Right, so here we are once again with another episode of Survivors Tarnstead. We're gonna start our usual introductions. First up, we have Kronos as,
RG Thal.
we have Hadden as,
Tilde.
we have Marcus as,
Corvus Adalas.
we have Semi as,
Gifton Brockgren.
we have Tobias as,
Caspia Pia Steelshot, who's just quite not a centaur right now.
and we
Let's not
have
get into percentages.
Blackheart as Carrick Mask, who shall be joining us once he returns home with food. And then there's me, Ali, as your friendly DM. Right, who would like to give us a recap?
Slow pan over to Tilde.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Go for it, Hadden.
Nobody else is looking for it. All right. Last time on. Wow, every 90s TV show just went through my mind for a second there. Last time on our game, we faced the consequences of forcing Tilde to turn on a machine. Unfortunately, it had ripped open a hole into the Fae, and we started by going down through this large hole in the control room that we were in after finding that one of the scienticians was killed. The one that we liked less, so it wasn't that bad. We then went down into this pit of Warforged and found out that they were quite thoroughly pretty crazy. We decided that we should turn off the machine. Unfortunately, we had to get to another room that was not too far away, but unfortunately, while going through the facility, we started dealing with problems with the Fae. We went into a forest that looked a lot like an orchard, which is what the armory had turned into. We encountered a unicorn named Missandro, who actually blessed, I believe, all of us, or at least a few of us.
No, everybody.
Okay. We were accompanied by General Rizal in our journey as we tried to go through to the machine. As well, we encountered some Fae who shot at each other with firearms and had a grand old time. Gifton once again assumed I am the boss Fae, and these are my slaves. And as we finally neared the actual room we were trying to get to, where we could turn off the machine, we were confronted by Oberon, or Gabriel, depending on who you ask. And he became very obsessed with Gifton almost immediately, calling her Titania. Oh yes, there was a moment where Gifton earlier saw Titania when Tilde put his hand on her shoulder. He had a bunch of memories. Nobody else seemed to see Titania at that point. Going back to our confrontation with Oberon, Cassiopeia attempted to push through him to burst through the door. Unfortunately, Oberon was not easily pushed and exploded Cassie's arm for the trouble, with the stump almost immediately sealing itself with some flowers sprouting out of it. Wisely, Cassie did not continue to attack Oberon, while Gifton tried to distract him, misty stepping as she ran away and called to him at the same time, sending really mixed signals to the guy. Everybody else rushed to get into the other area, We looked at the machine. Luckily, Carrick knew how to shut it down. RG decided we would do the shut it down quickly method, and everybody except for Gifton and Oberon pulled some plugs and luckily shut down the machine without automatically exploding everything. Oberon thusly ended up disappearing. Corvus spent some time looking after Cassie and then looking after some people who were horribly disfigured or injured, including one person who he sadly set on fire because that seemed to be the only real solution. The rest of the group, except for Cassie, I believe, went back to the Warforged area till they threatened the surviving scientician, and he was arrested. The scientist was arrested, and then Tilde spoke to the Warforged, made a speech, threw Gifton under the bus as some kind of god or protector figure, and generally that was it. The high up general who Carrick had met with showed up. Didn't seem happy that Roselle was now arguing that the Warforged appeared to be their own sentient people. And that's kind of where we're sitting.
Very well done. Take your inspiration.
No.
And I appreciate the fact that you did, again, refer to the fact that you threw me under that damn bus.
Beep, beep.
Nice of him to remind everybody.
Okay.
He forgot to mention that the bus was on fire and full of wolves.
So, yes, we are still in the main big room where the Warforged were being activated. The general, it seems to be talking with some, and you can see more guards coming in as he's doing so. They're not just guards either. You see other ranked officials coming in, various uniforms. A few that actually look fairly casual as well might actually be facility staff. But there is now a lot of discussion going on, and a lot of the guards are now starting to try and just move some of the Warforged off. It looks like going up to pairs, trying to guide them out of the room.
I'm
guess.
gonna have a quizzical look, but I'm not really gonna interrupt it.
Tilde will ask somebody where the Warforged are being taken.
Just different holding rooms. Nothing terrible. Just need to start managing this, seeing who remembers what, interviewing
Holding rooms.
for their own sake, just for processing.
And then what?
And then what depends on how this all goes. We're not sure. And you're talking to. It looks like it's actually facility staff, a fairly high ranked, a air quote scientician, as you guys have coined.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If they seem gathered together and, more importantly, safe, we'll see what we can do to make them comfortable. If they are a danger to themselves or others, then we will have to hold them.
I will stay.
Yeah, you will stay.
I will watch over these people.
You should talk to the High General about that, perhaps. And he gives you a half-hearted smile and starts going back to overseeing some of these Warforged being moved out.
I am kind of like, because I'm trying to let the High General and General Result do their things. I kind of started it, but I'm kind of trying to let that go naturally now, right? Because I'm going to look to see if I'm going to kind of call back Sailor. The sailor.
You see one of the Warforged slowly look up.
You're the sailor I talked to, right?
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna walk over to him. Can I ask you something?
It stares at you and then slowly nods its head.
You said you remembered the rigging and the masks and the thing guiding you home and the singing?
Yes.
Right? Do you remember what the words were?
He closes his eyes and you can hear a faint hum coming from him as if he's trying to recall by doing the tune to himself. And then there is a slow shaking of his head.
Can you hum it for me? Maybe I can learn to hum it too.
Of course.
And
And
I'm just gonna sit there and hum it with him.
Yep. You're just gonna get a and
Okay.
it will teach you the melody.
Yes, I will listen to the melody. And I will spend time with him doing that to try and give him something to focus on.
Okay. Right. And what is everyone else going to do?
I have no idea because I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Blackheart's
Well,
here.
Casper's heading back to
Exactly
the
where
inn.
things last were at the end of the last session.
Yep. In the big room with the Warforged, there's officials are coming in and starting to try and sort things out. And Marcus, my dear.
Marcus,
Remember, no chat interactions, I'm afraid. Keep your focus.
okay. I was focusing, I was just making sure they were aware. Corvus is continuing down the halls, surveying the burned piles that were
Okay.
the previous inhabitants.
As you are going down the halls, I need you to make me a deck save, please.
Oh, okay.
Right. As you, your cane gets caught on a bit of loose rubble, and you trip, and you take 10 points of damage, tumbling ever so ungracefully.
How?
But you pick yourself
Down
up.
under in some way.
Yes. But you pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and continue on. Looking for the looking for the burnt remains that you had directed to be taken care of. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You do find a couple of charred piles seem to have just been left aside right now. But you could swear there was someone in this spot, in this hallway, and there is just nothing there right now except some vaguely chipped looking stonework on the wall. There's no charred pile, there's no ash, nothing.
Does it look like there's still plant material in the stonework?
Not that you can see. Do you want to take a closer look?
Yeah.
Right, go ahead and give me an investigation roll. Very nice. Okay. Looking over the stonework, it seems intact, but examining it, it actually seems more intact than the rest of the surrounding. The surrounding has sort of worn and weathering look, and this looks very sort of freshly smoothed.
It's younger.
It looks fresh. Yes, younger, you could say.
Out of character. It looks like someone used stone shape.
Yeah. Is it still feels like stone, still has the integrity of it?
Yep. In all respects, other than looking less worn, it is like the rest of the wall.
He will step back and look at the outline of the smooth area.
It looks
Yeah.
vaguely humanoidish.
You know nothing about magic, so odd.
Right. But otherwise, yes, you have checked and found the others have been taken care of.
We'll try to track down somebody.
There's actually quite a lot of people around right now. Someone just random guard. Are you trying to find someone in particular?
Someone who looks like they're of somewhat important. Maybe facilitating direction.
Okay. You head towards one of these stairwells where it looks like there is someone higher ranked than the rest of the guards moving about. Just seems to be directing men. Check these rooms. Secure this location.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. What is it?
I've been going around with your alchemists taking care of the fallen, the bush tree individuals.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there was some sort of account of who actually perished in this regard.
He looks vaguely baffled by what you're saying for a second, for shaking his head and go, "We don't have an official record yet."
Okay. There's something maybe to keep in mind. I don't know much about it, but it seems like maybe one of them left. Where they're located, the stone looks unnatural, not natural. It looks new. It's like it's fresh in the vague shape of a man's body or woman's. If you are missing count, that may be your individual.
I'll certainly report that, sir.
Is there anything I can do? I am skilled medically.
Frankly, we've got our own medics at work. If you want to lend a hand, you're certainly welcome to. Although, are you one of the facility staff?
No, I'm part of the Tarnstead Trading Company. We were in company with General Roselle.
Ah, well, in that case, I suggest you probably report to the general then.
Fair point. I was just wanting to make myself as useful as I can. Keep a mind out for that one individual if they are still alive.
Certainly, I'll try.
Best of luck. And he will begin to hobble his way out.
And he moves aside to let you, move through the stairwell to get to the level the others are.
Oh, watch for some loose rubble. There's a bad portion over there.
Yes, there's some integrity problems. Looks like that whole thing has the facility in bad shape.
Yes.
Right. And you are able to head to the others unless you want to sneak off and do a detour of some variety.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
He gets to the rest of the party. I'm assuming they're in the room.
Yes. Cass, are you with them?
No, like I said, I was heading back.
She left for the inn last time.
Yeah, Cass was
okay.
feeling
right. So you try to leave, Cass. You will actually be stopped on the facilities, the elevator. A pair of guards will go, Miss.
yes.
You're one of the general's associates.
Yes.
If you could wait for a moment, your party's going to have to be debriefed.
She looks at them, looks at her missing arm, looks at him. I would really like to go rest right now.
We can try and find a room for you.
Cass isn't wanting to get worked up, but she is kind of starting to work up, and she's just going to stare at one of them and just kindly ask to please move. I would like to make an intimidation roll.
Okay, go ahead and make an intimidation roll. Okay.
Nope.
The guard is sort of staring at raises an eyebrow a bit, while the other goes, "Ma'am, if you want to rest, we can see if there's a spare bed somewhere. The facility has bunks, but you can't leave yet."
Centaur bunks.
Cass is actually going to park herself right by the elevator.
The guards just look at each other awkwardly. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. And they just sort of do that very sort of fixed stare ahead, as if trying to ignore that you're there. Very difficult.
When you say this isn't the first time this type of thing, like to this extent, or just like a person? Because
just a person, you know.
Okay.
Trying to tell somebody they're not allowed to leave, and they're going to be stubborn and sit there, you know, rightfully grumpy. Never a fun position to be in.
And Cass is going to dig out her sending stone.
Okay.
You mean your walkie-talkie?
Yeah. Who has the base? Tell day.
RG?
RG or Telday.
One of the two.
Someone's
Oh,
going to get
have
this.
we lost track of it?
No. I know exactly where it is.
It's back in the room.
You remember the whole I came with nothing but my gauntlet.
Fuck. Why do we have this thing if no one's going to carry it?
Because we weren't expecting to go into the fucking Fae today.
We never expect to go into the Fae.
Especially not today. It's supposed to be a nice day out and then be home by noon.
Cass is going to talk.
I'm not
Someone
the
please
carrying
pick up.
person anymore.
Okay, so you say someone please pick up. Elsewhere in an inn room, there is a blink dog puppy barking excitedly at a radio.
And there's a little rust monster that's going over and nibbling on it, but nothing happens.
Yeah.
Just kind of like tapping. Like,
Yeah.
Oh god, I could actually see the stone barking back at me.
Yep.
Cass
Oh,
is-
that's great.
There is no reply, Cass.
Cass is going to stand up and wobble back towards where she came from.
Okay. You'll actually probably see Corvus come up from one of the stairwells at this point, sort of heading back towards the activation chamber.
Cass.
Cass is just going to kind of give him a lazy look.
What's up?
They won't let me leave, and no one's responding. Where is everyone?
We're all. I think they're all in the room, the control room. Come on, let's go together.
And Cass is going to wobble that way.
Okay.
All things considering, do you have any pain in your arm?
No, because I don't have an arm.
Good.
Strangely enough,
You don't have any.
there is in fact no tenderness or anything where that stump is, Cass. And you've been wounded plenty. You know how it should hurt.
Yeah,
Or sandpaper.
that's why Cass is kind of pulled back, because something is definitely not right.
You don't have any psychological effects, so that's a good thing. They may crop up later, though. But nothing at all. Tingly, numbness, discomfort.
No,
Even with all the plant in your shoulder.
Cass looks down at the plant.
It looks like a couple of I don't know, those daffodils, maybe a rose. It's a very
Cass is
tiny
feeling
bouquet.
in a weird mood. She's going to pluck one of the daffodils.
It comes off.
Cass is gonna look at it, sniff it, eat it.
Cass.
Tastes like a daffodil.
Cass is looking over at Corvus. I'm part plant now. That makes 4 things I am.
Still concerning. Just hope it doesn't have like some sort of fey infection of some sort.
Oh, does that mean I'll become immune like that fucking hooved asshole?
No, I think you just tried
then
to.
I'm gonna go kick his ass.
I think he was immune just because you wanted to be immune.
I'm gonna kick his ass, and I'm gonna cut off his legs, and I'm gonna boil his hooves and make glue out of him.
But Jello is so much better.
Okay.
Right.
Just
And then I'm gonna turn his horns into a coat rack.
So Corvus is just letting her kind of vent.
Yeah, as you escort the weirdly grumpy Cass. It's not the usual Aya you hear. It's a very tired Aya. Carrick.
Yes.
And Argy. What are you guys busying yourselves with?
I'm still sitting, just watching them moving the Warforged around that.
Okay.
I'm staying out of the way unless someone seems to actually want assistance or need to talk to me because I don't know what to do here.
Okay. Right. In that case, eventually, Cassie and Carrick join you all again.
Oh no, there's 2 of me.
Guessing
I am not that
no,
man.
Corvus, yes. Don't worry, your DM's sick. This will happen.
Don't worry, so is Carrick. So we're good. Be sick together.
But Cassie and Corvus, as you're sort of coming down the corridor leading into this room, you actually do have to walk by quite a few large armored figures that are being led away, pairs at a time, sometimes individually, some in better state than others emotionally. But yeah, it does look like the Warforged are being moved out of that room.
Wonder, come
Was that you were very
What was
breaky
that?
uppy, Marcus?
I wonder what they will become of.
Ellie, what are they mostly made out of?
What, the Warforged?
Yeah.
Looks like steel.
Metal.
Yeah. They
What
are.
they'll become? Probably lunch for a rust monster.
Fear that there's more to them than just magic and machineries. Similar to what maybe Talday is like.
No, I 100%.
They play music too?
Say again, Cass?
They play music too?
No, but music is always talked about having some sort of connection to spirit, soul. And these that we saw when the events happened didn't seem like they were in a very strong mental state, like they were suffering from memories or agonies that were not indicative of, I guess, what a machine would have. They behaved like people that have suffered, people who have been injured, people who have seen traumatic things, similar to people at the garrisons during what combat we had at Tarnstead.
Cass is just going to keep walking.
And as he's coming into the room, everybody you suddenly hear a very loud sort of guffawing coming from the High General, who seems to be talking to a Warforged that is now taking a small bow.
I'm gonna glance over in that direction.
And
Turn her head from where she is. Just what?
That was Tom.
and you see him sort of clasp this Warforged on the shoulder, and it seems to exchange a few words with him before glancing over at Telday. And everyone make me an insight check, please.
Cass and Corvus.
Yep, you guys can see this as you come in as well.
It's probably that he made a horrible joke about Telday's horn.
You get to as well, Telday, if you so wish.
Oh,
Wow. That's a pretty good
Wow,
insight.
that's a really nice batch there. Well done, folks. Oh, does it feel good to
like
waste your
it turns
rolls
against
all
us
at
right
once?
now.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Mine was only 11 on
Roll 20 is being
die.
kind to me
He
tonight.
is looking at Telday with mild worry / concern, and he actually starts heading over that way. He's coming towards you, Telday.
Oh no.
Telday will salute.
And he just shakes his head and sort of waves his hand as if, lower your arm. And, Telday, right?
That is correct.
You don't talk like the others here.
Affirmative.
Do you know why you don't talk like the others here?
Most likely time in training.
And that look of concern grows more intense on his face as he goes, do you feel, lad?
Clarify.
Like, oh. Do you, how does this all make you feel? I mean, do you feel, emotion?
Justice is required. Those who have done harm must feel justice.
Why is that?
These must be protected.
And why is that? Were you programmed to think that?
It is what should be done. This unit cannot say whether this is due to programming or training or otherwise. Unsure.
And if I told you that what happened here is okay under our rules, under the allowances we give, what would you say to that?
I would say that you are lying, sir.
And if I told you that, all these fine folk here were to be shut down, put down, what would you say to that? What would you do?
Unclear. Why would that be done? It is illogical.
Because I say it. Because I can. Because I'm in charge.
Illogical. Waste of resources.
What if I don't care about resources?
That seems unlikely in your case.
Perhaps. But if that was the case?
Well then, sir, we would have to see what would happen.
Yeah, he looks you up and down a bit. Or he sort of starts glancing around, and his eyes actually following you, Gifton. And he's it's Brogren? It's Brogren,
yeah,
right?
Sir?
Come here, please.
Okay. I'll go over there.
All these things seem to like you,
Yeah.
and they like him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm convinced they seem to be there. And
Very broken people.
he looks very uncomfortable as he shuffles a bit and then just nods at you. Yes, people.
I understand this has to be a terrible mess, sir.
My concern is whether, and he actually points at Telday, whether he is a person as well, and whether all of the already activated units are people. is this a one-off? Did something go wrong and make them like this, or are they all like this?
I look over at Tilda and go, when we were in the face, sir, there was... I know this is going to sound really... It's the Fae, so it's just going to sound how it sounds. There was a unicorn, and they said that Tilde was healed, but parts of them were missing. Because they could see Tilde's... What makes a Fae? And they said parts of them were missing, but they were there. So I think maybe whatever they did to put them in there, they chopped some of them out. And some of them are just a little more off than the others. I don't know what your machines do, but... I think I've heard the doctors talk about it when they cut at the... Then she taps at her head.
Lobotomy.
Yeah.
And he closes his eyes. And in that case, we may have a race of 3,000 unjustly lobotomized people.
Gibson looks very horrified.
3,000, sir.
This was, we've been producing them about 10 at a time per activation in various facilities around Barast.
I've been sending reports since Southwest time about the ripples, and there was another one about 20 days ago on the river when we were heading on, that it was heading north. I sent it through the Shire Eve. They must have been running the machine then.
Oh dear. Okay.
When we were in the Fae the last time, not this time, but the last time, I was told that the Fae were getting very upset. And they wanted me to find out why, and she makes a face. I feel like what they did here today was do not start those machines again.
I've already had my men send out a stop message to the other facilities.
I think this one's pretty toasted after what we did to get it stopped.
So I'm glad you did. Apparently the facility structure was not holding up well. The wardings had almost failed, and if this had gone on any longer, that would probably have spilled out into the city.
Sir,
Oh, that would be terrible.
you said 3,000.
3,000, yes.
There were at least 2 retirements or deactivations in my line. Is it still 3,000?
It's still 3,000, yes. Well, I suppose I should say 3,005 if we count your line, Tilde.
Have there been other deactivations due to malfunctioning personality?
I can't say I know, but I will find out for you if you wish.
It appears, based on current information, that may have been...
Liss.
Yes, individuality expressing itself. And murder.
She glances over at Tilde. You know, this really makes a lot more sense why you gave me that joke book.
No, you...
Joke?
I reach into my backpack and I show the general. Tilde got me this.
Oh, the babies? What?
He's not kidding. That's important.
I was teasing my husband, and he decided to join in. It was quite funny.
Well, one of your fellows over there has quite a sense of humor as well.
Are you not seeking pregnancy?
Oh, Tilde, did you really think that was true? Oh, sweetie.
Wait, it's not. And the poor cat is looking a little confused.
Oh.
Just gonna look over at Kara and go, they're not, women aren't always easy to understand what they're trying or want, or many things.
I mean, I hope not. I put a lot of fucking work into being a mystery.
Are you sure you are not?
And
Quite
Giffen,
sure.
Kare's giving you some actually kind of sad eyes.
Trust me, I know, and I'm looking forward to it when it happens. But sir, what do you need from us? How can we help?
Well,
This is
first of all, I'd like you to speak to a few of my men and give a full account of what happened.
I'll nod.
The general's giving his own report, but the more words we have on it, the more consistent the story can be.
Mm-hmm.
And beyond that, you can see he's sort of tapping his fingers on his thigh. Seems to be doing this as he's thinking.
Should we be made aware of what General Rosell said in his report for consistency's sake?
No, in fact, quite the opposite.
I think they don't want us to, purposely collaborate. That would kind of negate the purpose of individual. Sorry, sir. I should shut up.
Oh, you've got quite the right of it. Your own words, if you'd please. If there's inconsistencies, it happens. People have their own view of events, but it lets us build the bigger picture. Or sometimes those inconsistencies are important. But beyond that, after this is all sorted, whichever way it falls, I don't know how involved I can have you being, but if the researchers in charge of this project were aware of this, they won't be let off. I'll make sure of it.
I trust you wouldn't, sir. Not after what it probably cost you and all this metal alone. She just looks around. Fey and metal. What a weird idea.
I mean, you carry a sword, usually gifted.
I mean, on the bright
Encased in
side,
it.
none of them are iron.
Yeah, that's a good thing. None of it's iron.
Wait,
Wonder what would happen.
Oh, that would be horrific.
you didn't have wings the last time I saw you.
No.
Were you
The
hiding
world's
them?
become an interesting place.
That's a thing your kind can do.
Side effects. The Fae was bad for a lot of people.
Oh, yes. Quite. He says, glancing at Cass.
Running with a Fae Lord, I'm afraid.
And you survived.
At least I'm not a chicken.
Oh, yes, I did hear one of the men recording about that. No, not the time.
Yeah, there was a poor fellow got turned into a rabbit we helped. I hope he's okay.
Yes,
he's
he
fine. A
is.
little traumatized, I hear, but
He was heavy.
he'll get over it, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure he will, sir.
Right. I'm sure you're quite exhausted from your deal.
Yeah, I think most of us are. But whatever you need of us, sir, and I'm going to do a curtsy.
Well, if there's nothing you want of me, then I'll see about getting you interviewed and out of here, yes?
Sounds like a plan.
Will we be able to see them?
I'm afraid I can't give a answer on that right now. But I hope so.
Will, I can answer it till day. He at least be able to see them?
I hope so. And
If it is a consolation, sir, individuality would likely breed potential soldiers or assistants.
if these are people, and I believe they are, but it's not down to just me. If these are people, then I don't want to push them into being soldiers. Not unless they wanted
That
it.
would be correct. But individuality encouraged may bring reciprocal response.
He nods a bit, and if I am able to get it swung that way, would you be willing to come back and see them? You seem to have good effect on them.
They are family.
Yes. And, we may have a new people as a part of this nation when all's said and done. Right. Okay.
Brass is at least the most unique place in the world.
Oh, tell me about it. Right. Jensen. Right, get their interview sorted, see them home. And you see someone who looks like he's fairly high-ranking himself coming on over. A couple of you would know the rankings of a captain. And he looks like a sort of young elven gentleman himself. He's got sort of dark hair. A little on the short side. Not quite arty short, but a little on the short side. I feel that's a very important distinction to make.
I'm gonna make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna admire the fact that I'm taller than another person again.
Mm.
This is good.
Salute.
Resisting the urgent care to go.
I will curtsy.
And he comes on over and he gives you all a sort of little nod and just gestures with his arm. If you'd like to come with us this way, then please.
Mm-hmm. And I will.
Yep.
Start walking along. I'm packing Dingus at this point and just petting him heavily.
Yep, and Kara's doing the same with Dazzle, which Dingus just seems to be a bit concerned for you after the little chase around, whereas Dazzle is actually snoozing on Kara's shoulder. Seems non-perturbed by everything.
Mm-hmm.
Another day at the Tarnstead.
She wasn't awake for half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are all...
Nothing she needed was in any kind of danger, so she was fine.
You are all led through the facility, and as you're passing rooms, you can see a few of these little extra spaces. There are... Warforged in them seems they're being set up in separate rooms. Occasionally you see people talking to them, and you yourselves are led to a large, looks like to be a locker room of some variety. And he gestures you all inside. And he goes, I'd ask that you don't try and...
Collaborate.
Yes, not the word I was going to use, but yes. Just not that there's any suspicion on you all, but we just want this fresh. Untampered with.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that we might not realize something's important, and we might have missed it. So, sure.
Yes. Right. And he will then head on out and beckon one of you with him. And Ali's not going to make you all play for it, because I'm pretty sure you've all got a very similar story. Unless
I think we're all not saying the word Raziel, right?
Unless you folks wish to.
Only thing
I'm
Corvus
gonna
will
skip it.
add is the ash piles, the bodies, and the missing individual.
And he will take note of that. And actually, you know what? We're going to. You've all got your common story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but we're just going to do a little bit just for those little personal ads. So, Corvus, you'll be first up, and after you finish giving the sort of general outline of what happened, he does ask, right, and anything in particular stand out to you about this? You mentioned these this bush transformation thing.
So it seems that the one called Oberon has a power of sorts that allows him to just make individuals into bushes, shrubberies.
The Fey Lord, yes?
Yes. He did it to Cassiopeia with her arm. Luckily, she, I guess, resisted most of it. But we saw one of them turn into a bush right in front of us and then just walk through it. Afterwards, I was going around seeing if I could apply any of my knowledge to the healing that I could perform. And I found one of these individuals. There was still organic humanoid components inside the plant. Eye, flesh, muscles, organs. He could not speak, but could understand, and no matter what I tried to do, there's only one real solution. He was in excruciating pain, and
And
I couldn't figure out what I could do besides to kill him, to end his suffering. So I doused him with alchemical fire and instructed the other alchemists to do the same.
there is a very obvious pause of his writing when you say this, and he sort of just glances up at you, and he gives you a sort of fixed stare for a few moments before glancing back down and resuming writing.
And afterwards, I was making a count of all the bodies, or all the ash piles, I suppose. And I noticed that there was something wrong. There was supposed to be a person there. I noted them earlier, but the stone was smooth, fresh, new. It had the vague outline of a person.
And wait, you were checking the ash piles? What, did you return to them after you'd done it, or?
I returned to them to take count, to note how many people suffered through the
Surely you would have had count as you did the deed, right?
I did, but the fellow alchemist also did it. I wanted to complete.
You had the. Was this another alchemist in your group, or?
Your garrison alchemist.
One of the artificers.
Artificers, yes. Sorry,
Did you get their names?
I did not. There was 3 of them. I met in the halls, and I just instructed them to burn the bodies, use alchemical fire, and proceed.
Give it.
Oh, was that Kronos?
I was saying, give a description.
Was there a description, Allie?
Well, I mean,
you saw them,
you
you
would
could
see
try-
them.
Yeah,
know what
I,
it
I,
looks
I
like.
saw them. Yeah, I'll give the description of them.
Give me a straight intelligence roll, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask just because I know Corpses. Do you have keen mind?
I do not have keen mind.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You give what you think is a fairly accurate description of them. And DC.
Oh, I do have keen mind. I am sorry.
Oh, then I guess you don't have to roll.
Yeah.
I'd still have you roll that anyway. Actually, no, I would still have you roll because you still need to be able to put that into words that he'll understand. But you can have advantage on that if you want to try and roll higher.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so 20.
We'll go 20.
Right. So you see him writing stuff down, and right. Was there anything else?
Nothing of particular note. Just my sort of assessment of who or what the wolf villages were. They look like soldiers that have gone through horrible events. Shell shocked, I guess.
Right. Well, okay. That'll be all from you then. If you could please send another of your party in.
Of course.
Yeah. And he just sort of gestures at the door for you, and he's just set up in a room across the hallway from the rest of you. It's not particularly far, and the rest of you can, if you want, you can try and like peer in through the little mesh window.
No,
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
I could take my ring off and slide under the door.
You
Why the
could.
hell would I peer in through the mesh window?
Just curiosity.
No.
Because you wouldn't have clothes.
Yeah. No, I have clothes. I wear clothes that have the magic on them.
Oh, that's
remember?
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Ali,
Yeah, I'm
I
Ellie.
have to step away to do some personal stuff.
Okay. Please select one person then.
Cass.
Okay. Cassiopeia. Corvus comes in and sort of motions for you to go across the hallway.
Cass is going to huff and move in.
And as you head on in, the elven gentleman glances up at you and goes, Miss Stillshot?
Mm-hmm.
Right, if you please give me your best accounting of the events, and you can sum up if there's anything you want to add in or leave out, you can feel free to specify.
We were invited here, a button was pushed, things went weird. Roamed around for a while. The walking coat rack on hooves came by, turned a guy into a bush. I tried to beat the shit out of him. I got my arm blown off. And then I tried to leave and was told I can't. And I'm really feeling really bad, so please let me go.
He lets out a small sigh and goes, unfortunately, I'm going to need a bit more specifics than that.
What do you want to know?
The play-by-play. Now,
Play-by-play?
Do you hear him? Do you give him a more...
I'm asking him specifically, what does he want to know about?
Everything. I want to know how it felt walking into the facility. I want to know who was with you. I want to know what the ride down the elevator was like. I want to know what your greetings were when you walked into the control room. I want to know what rooms you were shown. I want to know everything.
And Cass is going to go right down the list of everything he's asking in. Not hyper detail, but giving this person exact details.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right. And he does write down what you say. Occasionally he asks you to re-clarify something. You get the feeling that it's more just to see if you're being consistent yourself. And is there anything you want to add in specifically, Cass, or just want to get the general what happened?
Cass is just going to make the comment of why the fuck was the Fey Lord even here?
I'm afraid I am not entirely fast enough to answer that question.
And Cass is just stopping. I should have kicked him instead.
Well, better to lose an arm than a leg, perhaps?
Yeah, Cass is going to throw one of her hooves up on the table.
Ah, yes.
Iron shod.
Oh, that might have hurt him, I suppose. Good on you for trying. I can't say many people would be that brave.
I wasn't brave. I was just angry.
Often the same thing. Oh, Miss Stillshot, if that's all, would you be a kind dear and send another in?
Cass is just going to turn on a hoof and go right out the door. Gifted!
Why? Alright.
Because I don't want to electrocute anyone right now.
I'm gonna go trudge in. I'm kind of doing the edge through the door thing.
Yeah.
Got these wings I don't like.
Yeah, you do briefly feel a bit of catch up on the door. It's been happening when you've been going through doorways.
I get that look. It's okay if I bring. It's okay if I bring Dingus.
Certainly, as long as he remains quiet. Meep, meep.
Okay. Yep. Shh. Pat, and I'm gonna close the door. Go ahead and sit down.
Right. Are you comfortable like this? If you wish to, be your natural state, do feel welcome.
Would it make you feel better?
Don't worry about my.
I mean, a lot of gifts. It's like a lot of Fae things just happen in your facility right now. Do you really want me to do that?
Not my facility. I'm external guard.
Ah, okay.
We can't find the captain here.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I'm the captain.
Yeah. I like a rating. So you want me to be on you for a bit?
Dingus nettles into you more.
Nope, I'm staying like this. I've been overruled by my mount.
No, that's as long as you're comfortable. Right, Miss Brotgren, yes?
Yeah.
Would you please recount the offence as best you can, please? Moment by moment, if possible.
He is getting a hyperactive gift and talking very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But every little effing detail, like from the moment that they came in being excited about getting patted down to the whole like, yay, we had the rings and doing the whole thing, and then going up, meeting the guys and doing the thing, going to meet A5, all that stuff's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the only thing she's not saying. She's not saying shit about Raziel's true nature or any of that. She and any of the stuff for that, she will say that very briefly that folks were injured after the initial fall, but she won't call out who all was injured other than that the one guy died. She won't say specifically that Raziel was hurt or not hurt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then she does tell everything about the unicorn except for the betrayer comment, of course. And then she isn't going to hold back on Titania. But she does. But as far as the fact that she saw Titania and all that stuff, that she's gonna be, because basically, as far as she's concerned, the scientician saw her see Titania, or would have heard about that part. So she's like she saw Titania and then all that, and then so she'll tell about all that part, and then she probably will drop off what exactly all happened at the point that We'll Meet Again started with her and Kotrak.
And as you sort of start wrapping that up, he looks back over what he's written down and goes, right, so you mentioned you saw this visage of Titania, right?
Yeah.
Just after the activation?
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen this visage before?
Yeah, many times.
Many times. Inside the Fae or outside the Fae?
In the Fae. Always in the Fae.
Have you gone into the Fae often?
Mm-mm.
No?
This is my second time.
Your second time. And
third time.
And how connected to the Fae world are you?
Well, you see, when Oberon cast out all the brownies after he killed Titania, we got disconnected, and that's why we're all mortal. So we can't do much in there.
But you still have a mild connection, your kind?
Not really. It's hard. We can't go in there when we want to, but I have a magic bow, and it lets me go in because it was hers, because she was a Fae lady.
And what about the other brownie in the group, your husband, I believe?
Yeah.
Does he have any connection to the Fae world?
This is his first time.
This is his first time.
Mm-hmm.
But you say your bow is connected.
I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to have been a gift from our Fae lady, from before Oberon killed her.
Titania,
and
the one you see and have a connection to.
Yeah, the ghost Fae.
Ghost Fae.
Yeah.
Do you believe that this connection could have caused a bridge?
What?
When the machine was activated, Fae energy pouring into the chamber, and you being there.
I didn't see anything when I was looking around that looked Fae before it turned on.
Yes, but once the energy was coming in, perhaps your presence interfered somewhat.
You think I did this?
I'm asking, do you think?
I didn't, but I wouldn't. She looks really concerned. Should we get that? Should I get tested, or I mean, is there?
Oh no, nothing quite yet. We must complete this process first.
Okay.
But, anything else of note?
She shakes her head.
And what are your thoughts on the Fae-kind, Oberon, and these pixies and Dryad? What do you think about them?
I have killed more of my kind than I have killed probably many other things. I laid iron on the edges of Southwest Time to my own detriment to take care of them down there after what happened. And I will always side with the good people of Barast.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. But, okay, Miss Brockren, I think we're done here. Would you mind sending one of your companions in?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go out and Carrick,
Yes.
your turn.
My turn. Okay.
And Gibson,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, Care is also automatically sort of coming up, going, "You right? Yeah."
I'm fine. I'm gonna give him a smile and go sit and go back to just hugging on Dingus.
Archie would
I'm
also
just-
should go over and see if you're.
I'm just imagining Dingus with like the
Oh,
I
dude,
can't think of the
Gifton's basically
Myra-
gonna like you know her brand new wings. She's making the dome of safety,
Yeah.
and then she's basically going to say very meekly as she does this. I can't talk to you right now, not till you're done.
I'm just imagining the Elmira
And
squeeze going on right now.
Gibson, Dingus is mimicking your sort of wing movement inside and just
Yep.
picking up your Dingus done. Dingus
I
talk.
know. Dingus talk. I will pet Dingus and go. We will whisper conspiratorially together.
And he bobs his head happily.
Okay,
You head in, Carrick?
Yep.
You are Mr.
Marsk.
Carrick Mask, right. Okay, please, Miss Mask, if you'd go through the offence as exacting as you can, please.
I'm gonna go through the normal one, making sure to mention collecting the information from the lieutenant, because now I can't remember if it's Sad or Sod now.
Sod. It was Sod, but I think you guys have renamed him to Sad.
No, we can have it be Sod. Let's let it be Sod because his nickname will always be Sad.
Yeah.
I like to think it's now Lieutenant Zod. I don't know why, because
I don't want to kneel for them now. Well, Zod is a villain.
Okay, I'm not completely crazy. That's good.
Right, his first name is Neil, so always just remember it's Neil before Sod.
God damn.
I'm gonna talk about doing the quick short circuit on the machine to turn it off.
Yes, I heard mention of this. Were you not concerned after being informed by Sard about the procedure of the ramifications of doing the quick turn off?
Yes, but when confronted with a being of that powerful, there's not a whole lot you want to risk having get out.
Well, according to Miss Brotgren, the being known as Oberon was quite distracted.
Have you ever been in the presence of an archfey?
I can't say I have, sir, no.
So you have no idea what it's like, or what it would be like.
No, but that's for you to tell me.
I have told you.
Well, you have told me that you felt its presence was bad enough to go through the very rapid deactivation of a very dangerous device, but could you elaborate more? What exactly drove that decision? What about his presence? Was it just power? Was it the threat of injury like Miss Steelshot has suffered?
Have you watched a being make something not teleport? I've seen teleports happen before. Appear in front of itself, a living being that wasn't near it.
This warping of space, yes?
Yes.
I can't say I have, no.
Well, I now have.
Did that make you afraid?
That made me want to stop what was going on. We've dealt with the Fae before. I've been on the receiving end of Fae powers before. Nobody deserves that.
And you consider the risk of losing the facility and all within worth taking?
With how that can spread if it has a chance, it seems, from our previous things, yes.
And he sort of just nods and seems to be writing this down. And thank you, Miss Mask. Is there anything else you wish to add?
Don't let pixies have guns.
Yes. That's coming up in a couple of these. Right. Thank you then, Miss Mask. If
You're
you
welcome.
send another in, please.
Yes. Gonna head out.
Who do you elect?
RG.
RG.
I'm sitting here going, part of me wants to go, we should send Dazzle in. Make Dazzle drag carry.
Archie will go in, sit down, give her a thing. She'll actually note she's the one who was given the choice on the quick or the long thing and made the decision on the short.
Mm-hmm. And you'll get a very similar set of questions. And do you thought the risk outweighed the benefits? Or, well, were worth it?
I mean, given that he's something that could literally warp reality at his whim, every second that we didn't do it was another second that we might not get.
And
So 1 minute versus 6 seconds, better chance of surviving that, don't you think?
well, I wasn't there to be able to judge myself, so that's on you. But if you believe that, yes.
I do. I think honestly he would have gotten bored soon, would have decided, oh, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm going to go take care of your friends. And would have turned in and just started killing everyone in the room without a second thought.
And
He took the strongest of us and laid him low in one blow. Like, not even trying. It's terrifying.
Miss Stillshot, yes.
Yeah. She ran at him full force. It's the fastest strongest start I've seen her have on anything. I've seen shit go flying for way less than from her running at it. He didn't budge. Like, I can see a lot that he did not budge. There's not even like a skid mark on the ground of the impact point. He looked at her, went, that's enough, tapped her on the shoulder, and then she didn't have an arm anymore.
Yeah. And you said you thought this being would grow bored soon and come after the rest of you. Do you feel you had a good grasp on its actions, its judgment, its what it wanted?
It seemed to want Titania, and given we didn't actually have Titania, sooner or later it'll figure that or something along that lines out, and
this being that,
that
Miss
point,
Brockman
we're
has connection
expendable.
to.
Seems so, yeah. And honestly, given how easily he was able to destroy anything else there with a whim, he pressed a guy into the wall and turned him into flowers.
I'm judging from this, Miss Fowl, yes?
Yes.
I'm judging from this, Miss Fowl, that you're quite pragmatic.
Honestly, I just wanted to get us out of there. Every second we were there with that thing was another second where he could decide to do us. It's something that can do it on a thought, on a whim, and he was nothing if not unstable. From seemed to be not something that you would really want to sit and talk with and go, hey, how are the kids?
Yes,
Very much
gathering this.
out of there.
And this entire event, Miss Brockren's connection to this Tanya being and this Oberon's interest in her, or, well, her, do you think there is any connection there?
Absolutely not.
But, thank you, Miss Fowl.
You guys made a machine that pulls ambient energy, which happened to be the Fae this time, and put it into stuff, and the Fae bit back.
Yes, quite severely. Thank you. If you could
Not
have
something to fuck with lightly.
if you could send another in, please.
Sure. Archie will come out and just look and go, Corvus. Oh, not Corvus. Telda, you're up.
All right.
And you head on Intel Day.
I guess so.
At this point, Archie will actually peek under Gifton's little dome and go, talk to him now.
I'm going to lift one wing up enough to let you in.
Care is meanwhile standing off the side looking grumpy.
Why wouldn't anybody pick me earlier?
Yeah.
Corvus goes underneath the wings.
But now this is just basically turned into Care. No one but you're the odd one out now.
Hey, I'm not that mean to
No.
care.
And Archie will give Gifton a hug.
Sure you are.
I will take the hug, and I will actually sob a little bit into you.
And, Unit 2, yes?
That is one of my designations.
Ah, is it your preferred one?
No.
You have a preference. What is it?
More frequent usage of Telday has been common recently.
And do you like that one, Telday?
It is acceptable.
Right, Telday, if you would please give me an exacting report on the events that happened.
Telday will explain the arrival, the fact that Telday, as a member of the military, was not did
Disarmed.
not have to get rid. Yes, thank you. Did not have to get rid of weapons, and then was told to press the button and activate the machine, which was evidently the cause of this problem. That Telday inspected and spoke with various Warforged before we went to go shut the machine down. Telday's not going to mention the memories surge that he got.
Had, yeah.
We'll go over the general events of being in the Fae, including seeing a unicorn.
Right. I must ask, because it's Telday, I'm not going to say you have to one way or the other, but does Telday leave out the betrayer comments and so on?
Telday does not include the betrayer comment.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. Right. Okay. Anything else to add, Telday?
The he does mention that the Fae Lord, evidently referred to as both Oberon and potentially Gabriel, did appear to have an obsession with Titania.
Gabriel. And where did this Gabriel designation come from?
It may have been a misidentification.
By who?
Cannot remember.
Really now? You cannot remember?
That is correct.
Okay. Right, and... Okay, please continue. I do apologize for interrupting.
It is possible that the Fae may have interfered with circuits.
Indeed.
It appears to have had an obsession with Gifton, potentially misidentifying her as Titania.
Yes,
Was useful in distraction.
it's quite useful, it seems. This misidentification, she seems to have ties to this Titania character. And to the Feywild, partial. Do you believe this had anything to do with the events that went on?
Unlikely. It appears that the events are directly correlated with the machinery.
And you see no possibility of the machinery perhaps weakening the borders between Feywild and our plane, and her presence being an attraction to a being of great power such as Oberon.
The arrival of the being Oberon may potentially have been related, but the rest unlikely.
Okay. Are there any other things of note you wish to report, Telde?
It appears that we have numerous individuals who will need to be freed from this facility soon.
Ah, nice. Well, I'm sure that will be taken care of in good order.
Specify.
Well, frankly, it's for people higher up than me to decide. Whether they are to be seen as, well, automata that have malfunctioned and thus to be dismantled, or whether they actually are a people, as you say.
What is your function?
My function? My function is to take your reports and correlate them and see if it all checks out.
How?
Comparing what you have all said, comparing it against the general sales reports, comparing it against other facility staff reports. It'll be a lengthy process.
So simply correlation, not actually verification, despite your claim.
Well, of course, there will be verification in whatever ways we can manage.
So you will not be attempting to verify by entering the Fae.
I'm afraid that would be quite a bit more risk than most are willing to take. And quite dangerous opening a... Well, you've seen what opening up a passageway to the Fae has done.
That is the prudent, correct answer.
Oh, were you worried about us trying to attempt that?
Yes.
No.
It has been attempted far too many times at this facility.
Not deliberately, although we will be seeing if that's true as well. Right, well then, Tilde, that is all. If you'd please send in, I believe the last one is Care Botgren.
Affirmative.
And he just gestures at the door.
Until they will leave. Care.
Oh, is that me?
You are wanted for discussions.
Okay. Maybe I can get in under the wings, and he sort of shuffles on out, and you see him enter the room, and he seems to be having a lengthy discussion, as you all have had. Partway through, is you all sort of keeping outside, not peeking through that window?
I'm not peeking through the window.
Not peeking?
I'm in the Dome of Solitude.
Obviously not Dome of Solitude. People in there now.
Now it can be the Wings of Opentude.
Yeah.
I will stand near to the door, but more or less as one of those. I walked outside, I took a couple steps away from the door, and now I'm just standing.
Yeah. Well, in that case, you and anyone else who wants to keep blind sight, because it's not taboo. You do actually see at one point Care sort of stand up and start gesturing a bit angrily at the man who remains impassive behind his desk. A couple of minutes later, sort of sitting back down and continuing the interview. Until eventually he is released, and him and the Captain Jensen comes in with him.
I'm just gonna rush over to Care and just like envelop in a hug.
And he hugs you back very, very tightly.
Glares at everyone.
And Captain Jensen goes, right, we are done here. You're free to go. Of course, we might be contacting you again, but if you want to go back to your abode and rest, you're more than welcome to leave.
Cass is immediately up and moving.
And he sort of moves aside from the doorway quickly, just letting you pass, and Fox and I about the rest of you.
Arju will come and get up and start moving, but like keeping with the group.
Same here.
Corvus will.
And he actually moves with you all, escorting you towards the main elevator that you all came in through.
this unit may be more useful in attempting to keep order within the others.
If you are needed for such things, I'm sure you'll be called on. Right now, the staff wish to handle this internally.
The same staff that ran this facility.
No, our staff. The facility guards and artificers are being kept much like the automatons right now.
If unnecessary harm is caused, you will be held responsible.
Oh, will I? Okay. That's good to hear. And he looks aggravatingly amused.
What was his name?
Telday, it's better if we just cooperate.
Jensen.
It's better if we just cooperate. The soldiers are going to help us.
Captain.
Captain Jensen.
Yes.
Can I speak with one of your medical staff, please?
What about?
I need to inquire about revamping my own medical supplies.
Oh, if this is about being resupplied, we'll make sure you are on service.
Not resupplied, acquiring new material.
Again, the quartermaster up above can help with that, perhaps.
Yeah, all right.
This facility is considered on lockdown, and we won't be moving supplies.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, that's no worry. Just informing you of the way of things right now. And he leads you to the elevator and opens up the door and steps in. Sort of gestures you all to follow.
Okay.
I'll get in the elevator.
And you are all taken up on that. It's a much slower ride up than it was down. And
one lifting, the other's controlled falling.
Yep. And
Kristen looks like she's just lost, kind of lost in deep thought, just looking down.
And as the elevator reaches the top, the door opens up. He leads you to the main doors of this building, and opens from you and gestures quite politely for you to leave.
Was it there or like an earlier checkpoint where we had to drop off our stuff?
Earlier checkpoint.
We had to go further out. We had to go at the beginning of the facility, so we got a ways to go.
Well, this is basically the outside of this facility. You're now in the sort of main courtyard where the various buildings are.
Yeah.
And
just making sure we weren't bypassing that.
Yeah, no, the main gates for this area where you drop stuff off on. Main gates.
Corvus would find the quarter.
Okay, you're going to separate from the group, Corvus?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of lean into Kara as we're walking and kind of wrap one of the wings around him a little bit and go, it's okay if I'm just a little weird. Just want to hang on you for a bit.
Of course. And he sort of wraps an arm around you and you can feel him trying to support you a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know the coat rack didn't mean anything to me, right?
Of course I know. And you know I would have punched him if I wasn't terrified of being exploded, right?
Oh yeah, I'm really glad you didn't do that part at all.
You see him glancing at Cass.
You know, I would have punched him if I thought that I wouldn't have exploded, right?
Yeah, I know. You're very fierce, dear.
Cass is as they're walking. I should have kicked him.
Well,
oh yeah, bring iron into it. Good plan.
I'm glad you didn't, Cass. I like you with 4 legs.
I like you alive.
It appears that he was lenient on you.
Oh, how generous of him.
Yeah.
Compared to power demonstrated elsewhere.
And,
so should I keep him or should I let Corvus take him off? What do you think?
What? Your wings?
Yeah.
What? You can't let him take them off.
I don't think they'd feel good coming off.
I mean,
just as a hint for someone else with wings.
Real mess trying to explain why I have these.
I mean, we've had to explain a lot of stuff, right? What's one more?
And I give him a sad smile.
Hey, look. Hey, you look beautiful. It's okay. And didn't General James say you could hide him away?
Yeah, but I don't It's not working.
Maybe it's practice, you know?
Okay.
It-
Okay, well, as long as you like them. I just
I
don't
like them. If they're very pretty.
Okay.
As pretty as the rest of you.
Oh. You're not scared of me, right?
I mean, a little bit, but what husband isn't scared of his wife a little bit?
Oh, you're the best.
I know I am. You're very lucky to have me. What did I mean? Do you want me to, carry you home? You look really exhausted.
I'm gonna take him very lightly with both hands
Mhm.
in his hands, and I'm gonna yank his ring off of him.
You've got him
I'm gonna pick
dangling
him
from
up.
your hands. Yeah,
Pick him up. My turn.
he's going to squint up at you a bit, accusingly, and there's a flapping, meeping Dazzle letting out angry beeps.
Sorry, Dazzle.
She just stares at you and lets out a sort of haughty beep while just starting to flap alongside.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure Dingus is up on my shoulder and then just start walking forward again.
Out of character, because players drawing a blank. Did Carrick explain to the party about the priest, by the way? Can you remember?
I don't think you did.
You mentioned
No.
it to James, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, we had a couple days that we
You
fast
could
forwarded.
have if you'd wanted to.
You could have. You said you asked us about the constellation, so I'm assuming
I would've.
that. Yeah, so you probably did.
Okay.
All right.
I just couldn't remember.
And go to the front of the facility.
Okay, you guys head to the front of the facility. Corvus, you're heading in to try and see the quartermaster.
Yeah.
Right. As you head into the main building, again, there's a receptionist who just sort of glances up at you as you come on in. And can I help you, sir?
Yes, I need to speak to the quartermaster about where medical supplies are acquired for this garrison.
Okay. On whose authority?
No one's. I need to purchase more for myself. I need to acquire more tools and components.
I'm gonna send you out into the city.
Yeah, she blinks slowly before just time going, sir, we're not a store.
Where do you acquire your materials and instruments?
Various shipments into the garrison. Not at liberty to discuss where we acquire everything.
Where would I purchase said components and instruments in the city then?
Any number of locations, sir.
Professional medical supplies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any idea of where? It's a big city.
I mean, one of the larger apothecary facilities is down in the docks, in fact.
Okay, I'll head out there. Thank you anyway.
She just gives you a strange look as you start to leave. Meanwhile, the rest of you are being checked out through the gates. There are far more guards here than there were before. Seems the entire place is on a bit of a high alert.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make sure. I want to check in to make sure the two guys that
Whoa.
we usually see are okay.
What are those?
What?
You didn't have those coming in. I would have felt those.
I'm pretty sure I would have felt those too.
Weird shit happened.
Who's saying that, by the way?
The two guards that saw us on the way in.
Oh, the guards of the way. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of say kind of sadly, some weird stuff happened in the and a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying what, an incursion of something?
I don't think they want us talking about it, but side effects.
There's a sad look of like someone that wanted a bit of gossip they shouldn't have had just got denied when they thought they would have it.
I'm gonna, kind of. It was pretty intense.
Right, well, let's get you all your stuff back. I mean, you didn't leave much here, but and they very quickly get you all sorted out, so you can get on your way. And,
maybe I'll see you next time, and when there isn't like a scary, horrible, horned. Well, I gotta go.
What? Oh. And Corvus, you sort of come in just as they're getting done up, and they'll rush you through a check as well. Well, they don't really check anything; they just give you back anything you left.
Yeah.
And they don't care what you're carrying in the city.
Well.
Yep. And you all let out through the main gates back into the city proper.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Cass is going beelining straight for the inn.
You go straight for the inn.
Cass is done with existence for right now.
About what time is it?
It is now very late. It is dark out.
I like how it was like morning when we went in. Now we've lost the whole day from waiting.
You've got an exacting thing of time, right, Carrick?
Yes, I got key mind.
Yeah, it's about 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Corvus slumps his shoulders.
So I wonder how much of that day was just being in the Feywild, and how much is just raw time at this point.
Yeah, it's like you've got a good read on like the light levels and so on, so you know what time it is. It does not sync too entirely well with your internal clock.
Feels like 4, right?
Gifton.
Yeah.
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 Can we find a part of the Fey next time that has like normal time in it? If we ever have to go back in.
Why would you? Why does anybody assume I have any?
I'm just saying because you're the one that's most likely to help us go through and survive.
Insight on gift. Okay.
No idea.
Yeah.
RJ's just going to straight up and go. He asked you that question too, didn't he?
Yeah, he thinks it was me.
What a arsehole. Yeah, Cass sort of mumbling from your head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, RJ's clamping out his mouth like, didn't cause.
It wasn't you. You know that, right?
Gifton frowns a bit.
It was those who built the machines and those who approved of them without the knowledge of what they actually did. It's nothing more than that.
I mean, they were lucky you were there. They were lucky we were there.
Honestly, we were lucky she was there.
Yeah.
If not for her being there, Oberon Roy would just burn through the whole fucking place and gotten out into the town. And had a merry old time.
Would he even have been there, though?
Probably. Some incursion. It seems like there's something pulling into his realm. You'd probably want to check it out.
especially that big of a pull.
He wasn't aware you were there until he saw you. Gift.
Yeah, he was surprised, right?
He was.
I guess he was.
He didn't know you were there. He didn't know we were. It was a surprise for him. So he was already there. He was already doing shit. You didn't cause it.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, maybe next time there's a really cool science magic lab thing that everyone gets invited to. I might not.
You just turn it off first and tell them
yeah, no. I don't want to go. But I'm gonna hold Care close, and I'm just gonna go. Let's just go to the inn and go get some dinner. I think Dingus and Dazzle could use some bacon and eggs.
There is excited meeping and reluctantly enthusiastic beeping. There is the wonderful beeping that does not want to show itself as being excited.
Also, we didn't get to take Clep out today. Oh, we should give him brushies and apples when we get there, though.
Yeah, the Clep. Oh, when the rust monster and oh god,
yeah,
your puppy didn't go out.
Oh no, the puppy's been in all day.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be pressing a bit.
I mean, he probably took himself out. He's capable of it.
God, I hope not. He gets lost.
Oh
all
no,
the time.
I'm gonna make double time through town.
Yeah, probably.
What you call double
Care
time?
the
Cass
amount
calls
of
it
G
trot.
forces
No, it's fine. We ride pseudo dragons that are faster than
Yeah,
us.
I know.
We go twice as fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Rushy rush.
Yeah, rushing back to the inn.
Right.
Rush.
Yeah.
Cassie's long gone, right?
Yeah.
And Corvus is Corvus with us, or did he run off?
Corvus
It's late
is with
night.
you because it's late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cass, as you barge back into the inn, you have changed slightly since you were last in here. And you see Sigrid sort of looks up at you in surprise, and goes, oh, my dear, what happened? That your arm?
Cass is just kind of trotting, got into a fight with a coat rack.
Oh.
I'm going to dismember the coat rack next time I see it. And she just keeps going.
You just go straight upstairs to pass out.
Yep.
Right, you're gonna burrito yourself as usual. You're just gonna slump.
She's going to slide underneath a bed.
Okay, going straight under it. Right.
Oh God.
Okay.
Whether or not the bed it looks right.
I think
It
that's
does
going to be
not.
an
It
acrobatics
lifts.
check.
No, she can get under. She's got the strength to lift it, but it is lifted a bit.
That's fine.
A lot of horse backside.
The horse is hiding at this point.
Wow.
Okay, and then the rest of you filter in, and you can see Sigrid is gossiping with Jarlgrim in there behind the bar, pointing up the stairs. And when you all come in, she actually answers herself and goes, "She just said the coat rack. Oh my! What happened to you?" You
It's
gift
been a weird fucking day.
It's been a day.
Is there any way you can make up a big batch of bacon and eggs?
And she looks at you, looks at how exhausted you all look, glances upstairs, and just of course, dears, you sit down.
Not even going to question the adventures anymore.
Also, are there any apples or anything that I can buy for stables?
I'll bring some out.
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna go check on the fluff ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
there
should
are
go do that.
puddles and little poop pile. And it is so excited to see you. It is yapping incessantly, sort of every now and then just puffing around you, onto you, leaping
Hey,
off.
look, more little puddles.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give Care his ring back and set him down,
yeah. And
I'm gonna combine this with my decanter of this
so
water.
we can enjoy dinners
yeah,
together.
okay, we'll put it back on, give you a very sort of little playful shoulder shove as he pulls his chair up next to you.
He actually has a strength score. That much dangerous.
And yeah, Sigrid will bring a lot of bacon and eggs out to you all. It's actually quite a pile. It's a dwarven dinner.
Okay. I will pay 5 gold for me and Dingus and Care to have a good meal.
She shakes her head and goes, "Remember, it's included. And you look like you need it. Here, it's a."
Trust me. Here, take this.
Thank you, love.
I really
He
appreciate
doesn't
your
take no
effort.
for an answer.
I really appreciate your effort at this time of night.
Here's a bushel of apples as well.
All right. I'm gonna
Cigarette.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know where the apothecary is in the ports? The large one.
The ports one. Yes. It's down by the well, not by the, but it's the street leading around to the fifth pier on the northern one. This is a large building. It's hard to miss the staff sigil outside.
It's called The
Okay.
Needle and Dead.
Thank you.
It's better off asking once you're closer.
Yeah, of course. All I was told was the ports.
Are you
So-
is you looking to get her fixed up? And she actually points upstairs.
That and other things. I am at a loss of what she needs, but I'm gonna try what I can.
New armor, that is a guess.
Do this? I suppose. My father had things. Right. Excuse me. I will be upstairs. He will go to his book.
Okay.
Bye, Corvus. I'm gonna load up a plate and go. I'm gonna eat this real quick and take the bushels of apples with me, and just leave a big pile with Dingus and Dazzle and mess up Kara's hair with a nice bacon grease hand.
Oh,
and
oh no!
Rush out to the stables to go share some with Klopp.
Klopp seems nonplussed by your wings. He just sort of snorts happily to see you.
Klopp's hasn't even gotten to see me with the ring on yet.
Yeah. No, he does not seem shocked by this either. You just get this sort of happy snorting, and he nudges up against you, which he seems to enjoy being able to do this.
No, yeah, I'm gonna give him like a big neck hug, and I'm gonna like really lean in and rub him.
Yeah. And
then I'm gonna give him bacon and eggs. And
oh
apples.
God, he's so happy. Yeah, Klopp will return the affection. You know, there's lots of. He gets a bit more forceful with his pushing once he realizes he's not going to break you.
Yeah, I'm shoving back.
Yeah, and
I'll give him a good pat and go. I'm gonna give you a good brush out tomorrow, okay? Maybe a bath.
And there's a sort of happy mane tossing.
I'll give him a big hug around the neck, then I'm gonna kiss him on the forehead, and then I'll be all right. I gotta get back in with everybody else. And
he just, you know, you see that little head bob of acknowledgement that he gives now.
And yeah, I'll go back to everybody else.
We can spend some more time out there with him, chill with Klopp a bit.
Yeah, I could sit out there with Klopp for a little bit. I might do that. I'll just make sure he's okay. Yeah, I'll just sit there with Klopp.
And he seems to appreciate the company. You know, he shows it in his horse-like way of standing there.
No, I'm gonna tell him that Cassie lost an arm today. It was pretty terrible.
You think he is listening with attention?
There's a big horn guy, and just and the arm came off.
Why did not the other hoofed one simply regrow the arm? I don't understand.
Meanwhile, inside, Care is grumbling as apparently each time he gives one of the pseudo dragons bacon, the other starts grumbling at him in his head about how the other's getting more than they are.
That's why you have to feed him at the same
just going
time.
to be sitting there calmly eating her own food and just watching amusedly.
Eventually,
That's
Carrick's gonna come back down with a pair of animals and shove one at RG, the one with a wingnut for a tail, specifically.
A wingnut?
I left it with food.
I know. But it's not mine. You all.
Why are you shoving it at RG then?
Yeah, it's
RG
fine.
was taking care of it last time I saw. So
After you get these sort of feelers feeling against you, and just a little happy chirpy noise.
The happy little monster.
The carapace.
I'm doing a bad plan. I'm grabbing a piece of bacon, throwing it up in the air.
And oh god, okay.
Which is going for it first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, bleak dogs don't land on their feet.
There is a sudden flurry of Dingus leaving Care's shoulders. And which Sam, would you mind rolling a dex check for Dingus for me?
No, I don't want to.
And
I love Dingus.
Is that it's going to pop right in existence.
No! Dingus rolled a 3!
This is more reaction time, Marcus.
Yeah.
And
Dingus rolled a 3.
And the blink dog puppy rolls a 7. So what happens here is the bacon goes up in the air. Dingus tries to soar up. The blink dog blinks into existence way past where the bacon has already soared, but Dingus collides with the blink dog puppy. And there is a sort of startled yipe and some angry meeping as the bacon lands on the ground.
And then Dazzle eats it.
Yes, and Dazzle is going to swoop down, pick it up very gingerly, and fly back up on Care's shoulder and nibble away at it. And Dingus's sort of angry meeping turns into a oh no as the blink dog puppy gets very excited and starts trying to chase Dingus around. And Dingus momentarily seems to forget he can fly.
You got wings.
And as you say that, RG, those wings are used to scrabble up with your
By the
form.
way, making an animal handle thing, try to get it to come back.
Okay. it's
Nice.
very excited. So it takes a couple of little calls to it, but eventually it stops and does actually come back up to you and sits in front of you.
Hi, I'm gonna grab another piece of bacon and give it to her for being a good boy.
And it quivers waiting for this bacon. You can see it's trying to sit still. Oh, so good. Salivating at the sight, and then snaps the bacon from your hand.
Tongue is going all the way up
Yeah.
and licking its eyeball.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm just imagining I somehow now have received the pug of the Blink Dog world.
That's what I was imagining from the beginning.
That's honestly what I've been imagining from the
Like,
beginning.
either that or like a bulldog with the very scrunched-in face.
I've been doing everything to avoid that thought. But
Man.
as soon as the whole dingus thing happened, I went, oh god, it's a pug.
And this just goes to show how different the DM and the players and the other players from the players' views of something can be.
What are you saying?
Oh, of course I see something very golden retrieverish myself.
Fair.
I
Yes.
actually
Yeah,
think
they
of
do have
golden
attention.
retrievers as much more noble and beautiful creatures.
Oh
than
God,
we're getting.
beautiful,
No.
yes, noble,
Yeah.
no,
No. The collision makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
With it being, if it was like a golden.
but
Oh god, I want someone to draw a bunch of different Blink dogs as different breeds of dogs. And
Pretty sure I've seen it.
you are all able to eat and chatter as you please. If there's any talky talks you want to have with each other, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you can all head up to bed or whatever you wish to do.
does everybody
well, I'm
else
out.
think that person's is literally his primary job is to ask questions that make you feel like he's an asshole?
Well, my guess on it is honestly, a lot of people when they get angry, they start to break on if they're lying. So you just piss people off, you get them agitated. More likely to get truth out of them then.
Still an asshole.
RG is going to actually go, hey Gifton, I talk to you in like the stable for a second.
Well, they're already out in the stables. They stayed out there.
I assumed you came back at some point.
Well, I was gonna say while I'm out in the stables, I wanted to do one quick thing. I'm going to pray to my unicorn buddy. Which I'm
Pray to
grabbing,
horse.
Mithendil. And
Pray to-
I want to
Okay.
let Mithendil know that hey, we got out. The hurt ones are still hurt, like Telday, and the men here are trying to figure out what they're gonna do with them.
Hey, Gifton, give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Also, bad RG. No, it's not a bulldog.
That's basically what my brain was picturing every time we
That's
talk
saves.
about
I
it.
don't want that. I'm probably pretty sure that it said I could pray to it, but it didn't say that it would hear it. Or-
Okay,
yeah,
so you pray to it. Yep, and a little after you've done your prayer, about 5 minutes later, you realise, shit, I was just praying to Mithandril and not Misandril.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I read that. I read it off my thing. It was Mithandil.
No,
Mithandil, I thought.
Misandril.
Miss.
Oh, oh, I have it written twice on the same thing. I would have done the right one because I just looked at the wrong note. It's Mithandril. So yeah, I do the prayer appropriately. Sorry, that was player reading the. I have it because remember when I said I wrote it down as MITH. I wrote it, put a line under it, and then like a space down, I have Misandril.
Nice.
And then I have a whole bunch of shit about unicorn to the side.
Well done.
So
I like to think that
I did that to myself. I apparently forgot which one was the fake one.
I like to think that when Gifton says a bunch of stuff written about unicorns, like unicorns
Yeah,
are
but-
They're
persons with
pretty.
horns.
They got
Yeah.
horns. What do you pray?
yeah, but I'm going to pray to Misandril and let them know that we're alive and the broken metal people that have the like souls in them are up here, and I hope they're going to be okay.
Okay.
And I hope that they are okay, and that their friend is okay. And
Okay.
then I'll just leave that, and yeah, then I'll come back in.
Okay. All right. Anyone else?
Well, RG wanted to talk to me, sounded
Yeah.
like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Arjo's just when they get their go. So at the tail end, everything after the machine was off, was that Lady Titania?
I'm gonna do a slow turn at you. Got my bacon in my hand. You saw that?
Yeah.
You actually
Yeah.
saw that?
Yeah. Was that her? Is that the lady you've been seeing the whole time?
Yeah. That was her.
Seemed nice.
She was really nice. And Gifton's gonna get kind of quiet and like she
I'm
just
not
remembered that
crazy.
she's sad. she looks actually a little like she's just kind of gonna lean back over to Kerrigan and kind of just like little sad sob. She kind of had forgotten that terrible thing had happened.
Aww. And Kare's going to sort of pull you into a hug, and he's gonna look at Archie and go, right, so you actually saw her?
Yeah.
I mean, I never doubted you, but like that's got to mean something, right?
She died.
Wasn't she already?
From what we were
Whoa.
told, she'd been.
What
Sorry,
was that?
My hand hit the mic as I was coming up to rub my face because it was just right in that perfect path.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Arjulinga, honestly, from the sounds of it, so she died a long time ago, and it was just.
Oh, Archie, she died.
Kinda, I'm saying that I think she'd been dead a long time, and this is just the echo fading.
No, you don't understand. She was really, really there. Like, it wasn't like the other times. And that. I look over at Care. You know, when we die,
Yeah.
you know, that.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It didn't go where it should.
What do you mean? I mean, it just sort of floats and fades back to the fade, right?
It
It
did.
went into you, didn't it?
Yeah. That's when I started yelling, and then the pain started.
And those.
Mm-hmm. She nods. I think the reason I can't put them away is they're not mine.
Oh, I mean, they are. They're on you. They're part of you.
Yeah, but she's in there too now, I think.
Maybe just gotta learn how to put them away. Maybe just. I don't know. We gotta fulfill something.
Yeah.
You gotta vow, right?
I don't think any of us can even really begin to guess what that is or how it feels for you, but I mean, are you okay? You should feel okay. I mean, if that happened, then she must have wanted it, I guess. Are you
Yes.
okay with it?
I don't know. But I don't know if I'll have the time to figure that out.
Well, we can make the time to figure that out. If you're not happy, then there's got to be something we could do.
She smiles and looks scared. Of course I'm happy. I'm with some of the best people in the world.
Oh, can I meet them? Yeah. I'll just beat me to it.
Yeah. Weren't we gonna try out beds tonight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe actually properly try them out. I don't know about you, but I feel like sleeping on my feet.
look like you're gonna sleep on your feet.
Yeah.
RG, are you gonna be all right? I bet you Cassie's snoring like logs up there, and I don't mean just like her building a Vardo again.
I mean, I'll probably just sleep out here.
Are you like gonna real sleep?
I mean, I don't tend to real sleep.
You should try it sometime. It's really nice.
It's really cool.
I've done it.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to
It's
sleep
not
on my
enough.
back.
Oh yeah. Let's go figure that out.
Oh
Wait,
my.
what do you mean? Let's go figure that out.
I mean, I love you, dear wife, but I also don't want to be hit with those.
Are you?
Archie's just going to.
But I thought they were a beautiful addition.
So is sleep. Come on,
As Archie's walking over to go into the bar, she's going to clap Kara on the shoulder and go, also, I really hope you're a bottom.
What does that mean?
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, she ain't laying on her back anymore.
Wait, are you gonna lay on top of me? Okay,
You'll figure it out.
We'll go try that, I guess. Okay.
All right.
You'll figure it out. You want kids, right?
Kat suddenly looks very worried about answering that based on what happened earlier. You see him glancing at Gifton.
I'm gonna look over and go, Tilde, are you doing okay? Is Tilde with us? I forgot.
Where are you right now?
I had asked to talk. I had asked to talk to you.
Oh, were you at the disables? Oh, okay.
And Kara,
I thought it was because I went back in. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
when you came back in, she had actually asked to come talk with you, and I
Yeah.
think Kara
Oh,
just
yeah.
came with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's why Archie was going past.
We'll go back. We'll go back into the bar and be like, hey, Tilde, are you doing okay?
This unit is in acceptable parameters.
You can say, I think I'm okay.
That is affirmative.
Hey, Tilde, do you choose to talk like that, or is it just come natural?
This is the way I speak.
Huh. You sound very proper,
Yeah.
but not like the nobles we've met.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Tilde a awkward hug and kiss him on the side of the helmet. We're gonna go to bed and not actually make noise that freaks out Carrick. Don't worry, Carrick. You can
Thank
sleep
you.
tonight.
That seems unlikely, but
Well,
good
it's
luck.
also not noise.
There is a puppy trying to chew on you because it has got no exercise today.
Archie has also had carried off the rust earlier as well.
Where is
Happy Rustmaster
my-
Wiggles.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd
I'm gonna go upstairs with Care, and I am going to pray to a few people before I go to bed. But
Okay.
I'm praying to everybody today.
I'm
well,
gonna
I
get
have
my,
to because I talk to Grandma every day. I talk to Raziel every day, so I have and I've added a couple to the retinue recently. So I get pretty. It takes me a while to go to bed.
Raziel elsewhere, just
You're
like,
gonna
I
pray to
just
Obi?
saw her.
I'm
I was there. You don't need to tell me about this.
gonna do a horrible thing to my blink puppy.
What are you gonna do to it?
I'm getting the pull of collapsing out.
Uh-huh.
The thing that is very small right now, but weighs as much as a regular 10-foot pole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start playing fetch.
Oh god. Oh no. Okay.
I mean, it teleports, so it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, but you still see it's struggling to pick this up though.
It's gonna tire it out. It's giving
Yeah.
it all its extra really quick because it's light, and I don't. Yeah, no offense to it. We all need to sleep
Yeah.
tonight.
I am adding though. I'm praying to Hay tonight.
You're praying to her, are you? Okay.
Now is this?
What are you praying?
I am praying. Hi, you don't really know me.
Good start.
First time caller, right? No, I was gonna be hey, goddess of monsters. You don't know of me, and I'm only recently
What?
knowing of you. But what are you saying, Kronos?
So you're just going there and basically going, hey, what's the hap?
I'm not saying what's the hap. I hope you know that there are people trying to get you out, and that I hope you're going to be okay. And I'll do whatever I can to help see you free. And I probably won't see you when you're free, but if I don't, there are some good people I hope you wouldn't mind watching over, and I'll kind of leave it at that.
Okay. Do you clap?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I always clap. Raziel gets claps too.
See, noise in bed.
By the way, I linked the proper way to worship Heya. I've thought about that for a while now, and I've been like, someone's gonna yell at me for this one, but
All right, the joke's been made quite a bit, so
I figured
you get away with it.
It's the Scrubs version that you have to use very slow.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna totally crash on my side apparently, or on my stomach.
Yeah, we'll do his best to try and help you make yourself feel comfortable.
Don't worry, I will whap him with a wing all night.
Yeah. Kara's not getting the best sleep. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Carrick, you tire out your puppy and then go to bed, yeah?
Yep.
It takes a while.
Yeah, if I notice it should take a while, I'm gonna grab, because I would have had the bag of holding with me. I'm gonna try to grab the scarf and see if Grandma's awake.
High or low?
Low.
Okay, low, she's awake. She is awake. Alright, when you put your scarf on, you hear a please sounding voice. Carrick, darling.
Hi, Grandma. I figured, and I'm just gonna kind of spend time just kind of generally talking to her.
Talking. Are you going to tell her about what happened today? You're going to leave that out.
I'm gonna leave that out.
Yeah. Okay. Good move.
Yeah.
You can tell her about your puppy.
Yeah, especially at some point, I'm probably gonna get smacked in the head with a stick because he's probably gonna port on top of me.
Yeah. He doesn't actually do that. What he does do is he keeps trying to pull up onto your lap, like pulls up against his chest, and he's trying to shove the stick in your face in a very jabby way.
Ow, ow, ow.
Finn does this to me all of the time with anything he's pleased to have.
Yeah, Shadow does the same thing with her Christmas toy.
Yeah. Like, I want you to see it. Look at it.
Take it with your mouth.
Yeah.
Take it with your mouth.
And yeah, you will have a nice talk with Grandma before bed.
Okay.
And she seems very happy to hear from you. That's not an emergency, or
I mean, she might think so when the stick first gets shoved in my face.
Yeah, you do get asked every now and then. Is everything okay?
It's just a puppy.
Puppy.
It's a puppy.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't understand personal space, it seems.
All right. Carrick's doing that before bed. Cassie's already asleep. Corvus
is going to spend the whole night
reading,
going through his father's book.
Okay.
He is going to also have the locket out, but that's about it. He's going to look at the picture of his father and his mother for a moment to close it.
Oh, give me a goddamn investigation check.
Okay.
And he can't let this stand anymore. Hey, Corvus.
Hmm.
One of those images just seems to be a little out of place, like when a photo dips a bit in its frame,
and
it's really irritating.
I'm going to ignore it and go back.
You're gonna go back to reading?
No. We'll get this finished.
All right.
He will sort of adjust the picture, pull it back, and see if he may put it back
Okay.
in.
All right. You peered it back. Bloody finally. And yeah, there seems to be. I mean, rockets can be quite thick at times. There seems to be a little compartment behind this picture.
Open the
Corvus is
compartment.
gonna make Hexenreich curse words, and Telday's gonna think he's been summoned.
Right.
Corvus, behind this is a very, very thin, but folded quite a few times, piece of paper.
Oh, I know all too well about that. I've done this too.
Mhm.
For tests. Empty face. Yes.
All right. And you pull this out.
Yeah.
Okay, you pull out this piece of paper and you unfold it, and it is tiny script. Like you definitely need your glasses and preferably something to magnify with to read it properly. But
Eyes of the Eagle, I think, can help with that.
No, Eyes of the Eagle, the opposite thing.
Oh, the opposite. That's right.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Yeah.
But even squinting, it looks an awful lot like a cipher.
Yay. Ha-ha!
And you're pretty sure if you spend,
Hexenreich curse words.
pretty sure if you spend a day or two studying this, you'll probably be able to read through that book a lot more easily.
He will spend the rest of the evening to morning doing so.
Okay, you gonna stay up, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably meant the eyes of my dude seeing.
No, I have
Those
the
were the
eyes
things
of the
we had.
eagle because I have a very poor perception. I have good investigation, so that's what I got.
I was going to say, eyes of my seeing were the thing you actually wanted.
Yes,
to be
what would be what that would be used
Yeah.
for? Mhm.
That's what I was asking. That's what you meant to use.
Well, that's what I'm saying he should use. It's what he doesn't have. He's like
Yeah.
eagle. Okay. Telday.
Does Corvus actually say the string of Hexenreich swear words, or
I think for
Do you
just the
actually mean
bloody
that as a
favor of it,
He probably
he
would, right? Yeah.
because this is a fucking annoyance to him.
okay? Are you still in the same room that Carrick would be
I'm
in?
in our group room. Yes.
Well, there are
The three of you.
3 rooms, so yeah. Okay, I will knock on the door.
Yes, come in.
One of my designations was stated.
Oh. No, Talday. I was overjoyed by finally looking past my own nose and
Is this
seeing.
new for you?
In a way, yes. I look towards others instead of looking inward more. But regardless, I have no use of you. I have everything that I could possibly need right here, right now.
Do you require improvements to your eyes so that you may more frequently see beyond your nose?
Squint, scrunchy nose face.
Obviously, yes, Telday. Look at
Is
him.
this an attempt to see beyond your nose by decreasing its length from the normal,
No, it's a
unnecessarily long form?
It's a figure of speech, Talday. Can I get back to my work, please?
Unclear.
Can you?
Do you often swear in delight?
Yes.
Noted. Appears that Carrick will attempt to sleep. You may want to keep it down in the future. Walk out of the room.
Oh, you got told.
All right, just gonna say, thank God Corvus finally got his cipher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah!
Yep. All right. Cool. Got that sorted. Right, so you spend the night doing that. RG, are you going to trance? Are you going to sleep? Are you going to go off on secret shenanigans?
Just gonna try and actually sleep in the Bardo.
Okay. Oh man, real sleep.
Yeah. Fancy times.
Okay, right. So everybody rests except Corvus. I should say, Telda, you're doing your sentry mode.
Yes, I'm going to set up outside of Cass's door.
Okay. Right.
Is my bed over? Crud, how far is it? Over 10 feet away from wherever he's studying.
No.
It's a small room.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on where you moved the bed to last time and discussions of how small the room is, I'm not sure that's possible.
Oh, you're quite
Gonna
aware
go
of
sleep
him.
in the Vardo.
Okay. All right. RG, you've got a companion. Are you taking the puppy with you?
It's tempted to leave him in the room. Just be like, deal with the writer for a while. Nah, I'm gonna take Varel with me.
Okay. All right. The puppy seems excited to go outside and will in fact piddle again.
In the room or outside?
Well, it's outside, thankfully. But you are able to settle down with it.
No proof that it was.
Don't worry, there's lots of pee in the streets. It's fine.
Especially since we're walking out of a
Tavern.
Yeah. There may be some stuff that came out the other end.
Mm-hmm. And you're all able to get a sleep in.
Oh, thank God. Wait, I can fix my character sheet. Yay!
Hey.
All my stuff goes back up.
I mean, Corvus, unfortunately, doesn't get his long rest, and you really need it with that hit point hit you took earlier. Oof.
Yeah. That was painful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm down a freaking feather.
Well, you really went down under on it.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
The morning comes. You're all going to sleep in a little bit. Are you going to be early risers as usual?
I am going
Corvus
to sleep in.
is going to head out when he expects shops will begin opening.
By the way, as part of my long rest, Corvus now has his fancy outfit. So, yeah.
Oh.
Because just to keep track, I've been keeping track of whose outfits got made so far. RG, Carrick, Cassiopeia, and Corvus now have their fancy silk outfits to their specifications.
So you have a bit of frustration trying to rest with your wings, and you get up to work on that to try and tire yourself out some more during the night.
Yeah, tire myself out.
Yeah.
Yep. So I get that done. So I present that to Corvus in the morning.
What's your roll for it?
I got a 23.
Okay. I just put it next to your outfit, so
Yeah, it's 20. I got a 23 on it. I keep a sheet. I'm pretty bad about needing to write everything down. So yeah, yours is a 23. Cassiopeia's was a 34, which Cassiopeia's is in her room. So.
Captain, that is wonderful.
It's a very durable material, and I'm going to take out a little dagger and like stab it a little bit and be like, "See, look, nothing goes through."
I was expecting the lighter test. Look, it doesn't burn. It
resists a lot of wear and tear and damage. It's very good.
Oh.
But it's very light and very beautiful.
Maybe you have to tailor.
Good. Thank you.
You look really nice in it.
Please wear it.
Please actually wear something I make you.
Okay. Yes. Sorry.
It'd be nice to see you in it at some point.
I had
next 5 days.
Oh, please put on my wife's outfit, Corvus.
All right, I will put it on. One moment, I had to go back upstairs.
Good Lord, that man has no sense of style, does he?
He's also
very nice, but he doesn't.
Which, by the way, I'm taking out my tailor kit and I'm starting to do measurements on Telde as soon as I find him.
I'm standing in front of Cassie's room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up there and start taking measuring tape up against you.
And Corvus will
explain
down in the outfit.
Okay.
I need to know your dimensions.
Why?
Because I'm making you something.
I have 3 dimensions: the X, Y, and Z.
I am awaiting.
Huh?
I'm waiting.
You're just gonna stand
Okay,
there and
I'm
let
gonna
it
do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go, you know what? One other thing, Tilde. And I'm gonna offer you I'm gonna say, hold out your hand.
Which one?
Whichever one you favor.
You're not.
Hold out a right hand, I guess.
Pulls out
Right.
someone else's right hand.
This is Corbin. Wait, this is Cassie's.
I am going to pull off my ring so that it will fall into Tilde's hand.
Shit.
You didn't see this coming, Allie?
Actually, I was warned of this a while ago and was supposed to put some thought into it.
Yep. So I went back to the little gifted form, and that there's a full size ring in your hand now, Tilde.
Allie, quick.
Looking
what happens
at
is
it.
open the rift into Fae again.
Why don't you spend a little bit of time concentrating on that? We're going to see if it works.
Why?
Well, it might help some of the others. They were really upset about not being able to be fleshy and not be able to feel things like warmth and stuff like that. I heard them talking, and it might help.
If this could assist, then I will do so.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Just looking down at it. Hand still stretched out in the same manner as when the ring was dropped there. Just looking at it.
Okay, he started his attunement process.
The process has started, and then I'm gonna go back downstairs with everybody else.
Okay.
I'm walking, by the way.
Oh no.
Cass is rousing and almost immediately heading out.
Ah!
Okay.
This is awkward. I'm still standing in front of your door.
Cass
Okay.
is kind of just putting hand in the back. Move forward, 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 forward.
So Corvus got up
Push,
early.
push.
I didn't get up early.
Gifton, you were up.
Mhm.
If in that interaction with the clothing,
Yeah.
he is going to say to Gifton, try to keep Cass in one place. I may be able to do something with her arm. More information after I figure out where this apothecary is.
All right. Well, where you're getting back is I don't reason with thunder.
Well, try. And he leaves.
There goes the other person I refer to as Thunder.
And Cass is
Alright.
going to try and get Tilde to move.
I will move aside. All you needed to do was request.
Thank you. And Cass is just going to trot
Hey,
downstairs.
Cass!
Cass goes to wave and kind of waves a non-stump and just...
Shoulder slightly jiggles.
Corvus said to not let you leave.
Technically, Corvus only said to make sure Cass stays in one place. So as long as you don't cut her into pieces, you'll be fine.
Hmm.
Cass is just kind of
Oliver's
looking
right here.
going, and when do I listen to Corvus?
That's what I said.
I'm going shopping. You want to come?
No.
Okay.
Cares.
Ah, shit! I just messed up my whole day. I just realized that. She's going downstairs realizing she should not have given her ring away.
Kara is going to come down the stairs. He's going to give you a wave as he comes out of that room. Tilde.
Wait, Kara's coming out of which room?
Our room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tilde's just still staring at the ring.
And he's rubbing his eyes tiredly. A dingus and a dazzle sort of clinging to him as he walks downstairs. Doesn't notice ring.
will probably come out and start as well.
And Cass is heading out the door.
Morning,
I'm gonna
folks.
go-
You hear Sigrid saying as she comes out from off the
Yo.
back.
I'm gonna.
Friends
Hi,
of-
bye.
Bye.
A couple of them are dealing with crap.
What are you gonna do, Gifton?
I am gonna trail up on Care and start tugging on his pant leg and demanding uppies.
He's going to glance down a bit and go, okay. And he's going to reach down and pick you up, looking very amused by this.
His screen's gonna flash. Gifton will remember this.
Nice.
No.
Right, so look, tidy wife.
Don't get any ideas, Care.
That's just adorable.
Archie's just gonna quirk an eye and say, "So why aren't you wearing your ring?"
I just, felt like being myself a little bit for an hour or two.
And she wants to be carried by her super strong husband.
Yeah, sure.
Perfectly fine.
Nothing suspicious.
Not at all. Perfectly normal.
Kay's gonna sit down, offloading Dazzle and Dingus onto the table, still keeping hold of you, Gift, and he seems he's very amused by this.
Yeah.
And you get little head pats with one finger.
I'm gonna keep mind of this.
And Sigrid.
Alright, we
Will,
have breakfast.
yep, Sigrid will bring you all out some breakfast. Seems to be a very hearty porridge with some jam in it. Yay!
Yay,
Oh,
jam.
nice.
What kind of jam?
That's why being tiny, man. Gotta eat way less.
It is raspberry.
Yeah, the food tastes less good.
Ooh, raspberries tasty.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
All the raspberries.
Corvus, you're heading to the apothecary, right?
Yep.
What about you, Cass? Where are you heading?
Well, it's been several days since I dropped off the sword. Yes.
It's not been enough days.
It's not been nearly
It's
enough
been
days.
like a day.
He said it was going to be like right before we left.
Yeah.
It
you've-
is
Okay, I thought
currently
we had
the
been
It's the
down
16th.
for a couple days.
it is the
I would say 4 of
16th.
9.
It is the 16th. Your sword will be done on the 20th. I wrote it
Okay.
on the calendar. So
Well, then Cass is going to a tailor, going to the general shops, and picking up.
But I made
supplies.
you a beautiful dress.
She's getting supplies. It's okay. It's okay. She's not
Okay.
cheating on you with another tailor.
She is.
Okay. Unless you want anything ultra rare or specific, Cass, you can pick up whatever material you want, and it's the cost.
Well, she's also getting a one of those weird shoulder half cloaks.
Oh, you're
The
trying to be
shoulder- Oh.
Ezio?
It's okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you did. Yes.
I think it goes over the one shoulder where there's nothing.
Ezio.
Yeah, you can find one of those. That's not too rare. Yeah. Say, do you want a nice one or just a simple one?
Just a simple one.
A simple one. Call it 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go shopping. All right. Apothecary boy. Right. You're gonna ask around once you start getting closer to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You are directed to the apothecary, which is right here.
The one on the corner?
One on the corner.
Okay.
Oops.
As a raging line of fire passes through the buildings near the tavern, apparently.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, and yeah, it seems to be a sizable building. It's 2 stories, these many windows, quite wide. And there is a sign out front that you recognise as a universal, well, the equivalent of the Hermes staff.
Mm-hmm. They open?
Seems to be. I mean, there's nothing indicating it's shut. The doors are closed, but it's not unusual.
Walk in.
Yeah, you walk on in, and there's no one at any front desk or any sort of thing, but you do hear people going about the building, and Yeah, you'll see a gentleman walking down one of the hallways, seemingly carrying a box.
Shilligan.
Pardon?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Good morning. I was wondering if I could purchase some medicinal herbs and other poultices and maybe some equipment, medical stuff.
Perhaps depends what you're looking for. And he'll put this box down on the counter nearby and come up to you. And seems to be a gentleman with blonde hair that's just starting to grey. He's getting on a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I was told that maybe you would be the best place to just stock up on some things. Unless you sell directly pre-made tonics and potions and tinctures.
Oh, well, we do some, yes, but I mean, again, what are you after?
I need more antitoxin reagents, health potion reagents. I do have troll's blood, so it does help. And I was wondering about a surgical equipment. One of my party members suffered substantial damage, and I need to remove an eye.
Just remove an eye. Oh,
yes.
Okay, that's nasty. You've got anesthetic. Do you have things to clean? Keep things clean.
I unfortunately do not.
Just buy a spoon.
Actually, I must. Are you a doctor? It's very important to check these things.
Are you a doctor? Yes. Okay.
He pulls out the license and everything.
And he checks it off and well, certainly then. Yes, we should have some spare things about. Surgical supplies, antitoxin. Yes. Okay.
Antitoxins, healing potions, antiseptic. Sorry, my Barras is not very good. Antiseptic. And anything that numbs would be beneficial.
Okay, yes. If you just wait here a moment. Your brass is very good. Your brass is just fine. Where are you from, Noran? I recognize a Noranese accent. Oh, Hexenreich.
Hexenreich.
Oh, okay, well, I thought they would have such things in Hexenreich, but never mind. And he's going to walk down the hallway away from you.
Hexenreich, let me just go get the guard for a moment. No reason.
Just go to the other room. Hello, officer.
And
yeah, they're here again.
He returns a short while later, actually wheeling along what looks to be a sort of a metallic trolley of sorts, with a array of things on it. Right, okay. Let's see. We have some pre-made antitoxin if you'd like some.
It is good. Reagents as well. I tend to make my own on the roads and whatnot.
I'm afraid we don't really have the reagents for it on hand. We do, however, have some of this weed. It's marvelous for numbing.
Excellent.
Please. Yes. Okay, and we have a whole variety of spare tools. We go through quite a lot and got some nice shiny ones recently, thanks to our benefactor. But these are still in good condition.
Good. I don't suppose you have a head vice.
Head vice? Not really one to spare.
I guess belts would.
I don't think I would call it a head vice, but I understand what you mean.
Belts would work.
Yes, surely you were able to set up a rudimentary restraint.
Yes. Good. How much for the lot here?
Well, how many?
I don't appreciate the level of detail going into the eye gouging RP.
How many of these files do you want?
Let's do 3.
3 files, okay. In that case, 200 gold for the whole lot.
Okay. Here you go.
That's no problem. Oh, marvelous. Okay. Well, here. Trolley's not included, of course.
Yeah, of course. And he'll take out his own medical bag and start putting things in appropriate places.
Okay.
One more thing. The innkeeper that I was staying at mentioned that you may have mechanical appendages. Is that true?
Oh, not ourselves. I mean, we have one person that can do the procedure that we've been learning from the artificers, but we don't have them on hand.
Okay. But it is doable and it functions. It's not just static.
Oh yes. I've seen a couple of them, and they're quite marvelous things. They move just like a real arm. I can't imagine they feel great, but oh wait, feel.
That's not.
Yes.
How much would one of those be commissioned for, and how long do you think?
I have no idea.
Could you put me in contact with the individual who facilitates that?
I can see if he's in.
Please.
Wait there. Don't take the trolley. And he's going to wander back off.
It is a nice trolley.
It is a nice trolley. The wheels didn't squeak too much or anything.
Oh, nice and shiny, perfectly clean.
And he returns a few minutes later, just shaking his head a bit and goes, he's not in today. He's one of the nobles lads, quite well learned. Seems to have a passion for this, but not always available. Runs a high price.
Understandable.
If you check back tomorrow, he should be here.
Good. I will. Thank you.
Doctor, but you could check around town. I mean, we're not the only place. The best place, obviously, but not the only place.
Well, if you are the best place, then that is where I would go.
But mechanical arms. Have you tried any of the artificers?
I have not. This is the first.
I know
time
they're not
I've
common outside of military right now, but there must be some.
It's
a noble
one
with a fine golden arm.
Golden arm may be a bit ostentatious. She's more of a combatant than anything.
Maybe not golden. It's soft.
Yes. But is there an artificer that helps with your worker on this?
What?
An artificer that helps with this, besides the one that you have.
Oh, I'd have to go find out.
Well, I can always stop back in the morning tomorrow, if anything.
Oh, yes. If you come back tomorrow, we should be able to help you just fine.
And just for
prosthetic?
No,
prosperity.
Prosperity's sake. Do you have any sort of maybe tinted glasses by chance?
Tinted glasses.
Well, I am removing an eye, and I don't want them walking around with a gaping hole in their head.
Eye patches, boy.
I did no.
Oh, we have eye patches.
Eye patches don't fit the personality well. They request the glasses.
Personality? You're removing an eye.
What?
Wait,
the person. They want glasses.
What? This shouldn't be fussy. They're having their eyes out. Wait, is it eyes or eye?
Eye.
Is that a yes, or is that...
You want a single eyeglass?
No. An eyeglass. Both sets. So it doesn't look awkward.
Oh, a pair of glasses to go over the one eye. What's the eye made of? Glass? Wood?
Yes. Glass.
Glass. Yeah. glass over glass.
Keep staring at the sun. It's to get them to stop staring at the fucking sun.
I mean, we don't have glass. We have eye patches. Would you like an eye patch?
No. I will check with a general store, I suppose. My apologies.
Oh, glasses. I try closer to the noble's quarters.
Yes.
Find a jeweler or something there, so they can sort that out.
Sorry for bothering you with the poultry thing like that.
Oh, it's no bother. Just strange.
They're a strange individual.
Sure you don't want an eye patch?
Yes, they are.
Glasses can take some time to be made.
Yes, we'll take an eye patch for the moment.
Okay.
Please keep it sanitary.
Oh, blast. Let me go find one.
Let me spit on it and.
And once again, you are left for about 5 minutes or so now. Before he returns.
Move.
A very lovely trolley.
Yeah, with a very lovely trolley.
Corvus gingerly reaches out to the trolley and goes, whoop, 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 whoop. Kind of moves it back and forth.
It moves so nicely. And he returns with just a very simple cloth eye patch that seems to be white.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Thank you.
You can have that one.
Oh, good.
Right, anything for yourself? You look a little pale.
I just stayed up late last night
Yes,
reading over some books.
And he actually sort of takes hold of your face, and you feel him basically thumb beneath your eye, tugging down.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, this is very, very puffy, very baggy. I have something for that if you'd like.
Okay.
Here. And he actually grabs your arm and leads you deeper into the building.
And it's that when you get the drugs.
And
is this really necessary, sir?
Oh, you need to keep yourself healthy and good looking, boy, right? Yes. Can't have a doctor looking unhealthy.
No, I suppose not.
Yeah, right.
He walks you past the big iconography of the gentleman as you go deeper into the building.
What would you like to do, Marcus?
I would like to rule it insight at this point.
Okay.
The fact that he said benefactor also kind of tweaked his paranoia.
Go ahead and roll an insight check then, please. Cool. I like that. All right. And he leads you into a room, and it just seems to be a office / lab. You can see an array of bottles containing various things, and he starts rummaging on shelves and pulls out a vial of looks like to be clear liquid. This will help you immensely. This will clear you right up, get all of that nastiness out, and keep you nice and energetic.
Quite a.
We call it speed.
Quite a marvelous.
We call it cocaine.
Potion. What is it called?
Oh, I haven't actually named it.
It's a new creation.
Oh, yes. I've been working on it for a few years now.
Okay. Don't take this as an offense, but what does it do?
Oh, it clears out your pores. It balances your humors. It'll give you a feeling of bit of a rush. Wakes you right up.
And I'm guessing this has been verified.
Oh yes.
Check if
turn that rust right off.
Check if it's used any kind of reptilian oil excretions of any kind.
Can I ask what is in it?
Oh no.
Oh.
Can't have
me
someone
curious.
Can't have someone else knowing exactly what goes into it.
I'm allergic to snake.
No.
What? No. No, you would want floric acid. Floric acid.
Still, interested? It's very, very good.
I interested, intrigued, but not too keen on experimenting on something that I don't understand.
Oh, it's no experimentation. I've already done all of the experimentation.
Can I see your report?
No. They're mine. Are you calling my abilities into doubt?
I love this man.
I am very thorough.
I'll have you know, I have been doing this since before you were born. I'm quite sure.
I have no doubt that you have, sir. I will.
Pocket.
Has he tested it on himself?
Do you want to ask him?
I thought I did.
Yes, if
He said he's tested it. He didn't say he did who he tested
Have
it
you
on.
tested it on yourself?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Insights?
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, you're doing great on that.
Cool.
Whoa, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. You can't be suspicious. You've got to go for it. You
Yes,
failed
it's
this
so-
twice.
He seems so genuine.
He has stood up to
Yeah.
all of your scrutiny, and you keep finding him fine.
I'm quite
showing you a magic cure-all.
quite convinced.
Oh, marvelous! It's only 100 gold pieces. Expensive ingredients go into it, you know. It's not for everybody.
100
Like there's that grass I found out in the park, and there's some of my hair.
He pays it.
Okay, all right. He will happily hand over this file to you, and sort of give you a clap on the shoulder. A good decision. And if you want some more, you just come back to me.
It's only highly addictive.
I will keep you in mind.
Marvelous. Anything else I can help you with?
He gave numbing stuff and antiseptic.
Yep.
Okay. Is that will be it?
Okay, marvelous. Then. Well, I'll see you out.
Thank you very much.
And he will see you out of the building.
I'll be back tomorrow to check with your artificer.
Oh yes, that's right. Oh yes, got to remember that.
Please do. Quite important.
He's totally bringing in a random friend.
And he will see you out. Everyone back at the tavern.
I just got had.
I'm just gonna enjoy a nice hour-long breakfast.
Yeah. You guys get to have a nice meal. Nothing terrible happens. No one gets swindled or potentially poisoned.
Yeah.
Not that that's going to happen to anybody.
Yeah.
All right. What do I call this thing, Allie?
Vial of question mark.
Mystery fire.
Yeah.
Totally great
Probably drugs.
You have the stats for mystery vial.
Yeah.
Medic man stuff.
Okay.
I'm sure Allie will remember the drugs that she inflicted on you on the day that you insulted her country.
All right. Okay.
Yep,
Breakfast, people. You have a nice leisurely breakfast, and you get to finish up.
Mm-hmm.
And Tode, you're attuned.
I am going to put on this ring.
Okay. Cool. Tode. Oh
Yes.
shit! Tode doesn't wear clothes.
I know, this is why this is great, because Gibson didn't
got,
think
like,
about it.
Cloak, but that's it.
Okay, Tode.
Yes.
You are substantially smaller. You are substantially fleshier, and you are substantially more naked Gifton-like.
And it's probably cold feeling. Cold is
Yeah.
probably a feeling.
There's some very strange new sensations.
This is highly unusual.
Says
Which
Gifton's
is great
voice.
because you sound my
Yeah.
voice. This is highly unusual.
I should discuss this with the others.
Yes.
You should.
Good
I
plan.
should discuss this with the others.
I'm going to go downstairs.
I'm going to go downstairs.
All right. No, just because it's
I'm
funny.
not saying that one out
The
loud.
first,
I'm
the
just
first
gonna go
thing the rest
downstairs.
of you notice is Care suddenly spitting out his drink.
Gonna look the direction he's looking at that point.
Ah! You got it all over me. Why?
You're not used to you singing yourself
Ah!
in form.
And he's suddenly pointing at Tilde.
No.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's couldn't get it.
It's basically Gifton sans wings.
Argus going, so you gave the ring to someone else and thought the best idea was to give them yours.
Wait, I thought he wore armor.
He is armor.
You're not there.
No.
I mean,
Oh no, I really
He is
thought.
armor.
Oh no, Tilda, you are so naked.
Yeah, he doesn't wear pants even. Are you surprised?
I am wearing a cloak.
I am wearing a cloak. Can you cover my shame?
Well, reaches towards
Husband,
you.
go defend my honor. Defend.
No, I feel like I shouldn't be touching. This is weird.
How many people are in the morning tavern?
It's Sigrid. There's a couple of other drinkers who, strangely enough,
Please go take the. Tell me, please take the ring.
These proportions are unusual. Grabs the breast.
oh no, Care suddenly standing up.
So you thought the right idea was to give the robot tits.
What?
You serve
why
a
don't
useful
you
function.
two take Tell back up to your room?
Gifton, you are picked
Yeah.
up very hurriedly by Care,
Yeah.
who is then very hurriedly heading over to the other you.
Yeah.
And Tilde, Care is grabbing your hand, sort of like gesturing frantically at Archie to help him.
Archie's going to get up and help.
Just take the ring off of him.
They're
Oh my
an
gosh.
urgency for some reason.
Ring, Tilde.
The urgency is you're standing around naked as Gifton, and it's kind of embarrassing for the two of them. I find it hilarious.
It's very
Oh.
funny.
Oh,
This is embarrassing.
Damn ya.
why is it so hard to get off?
Oh my God, Carrie, you can't just say that line and not.
Yeah, Care is really trying to get this ring off of your finger.
This is awkward because wearing like a. I'm holding my hands in
Yes.
up against the breast still.
No, please stop touching my. Oh, he's
Archie's
trying to
gonna
look
grab his
away.
hand and I'm taking the ring.
That's the problem. He's got his hand in a fist right now against the chest.
Give me a. I think this is a strengthy check.
Athletics?
No, not athletics. Strengthy check.
Strengthy check.
Save or
No, strengthy check.
All right.
Hey!
So I have the ring.
Congratulations! You managed to sort of like get his finger pried open.
You are now Gifton.
And
It
take the ring.
wasn't so much that I was.
Oh, no, it takes an hour
resisting
to do the
anyway,
thing.
so
Yeah.
And which is unfortunate because Tilde is much larger than Gifton, and you guys are beside him, and
And then
suddenly,
we suddenly get pushed back.
yes, suddenly pushed aside rather roughly.
Ah! Can I have my ring back?
Can you
I don't know, I
folks
think it's
not do
Tilde's
that
ring right now.
down here, please? Sigrid just sort of calls out.
What'd
Archie's
you
just
say?
going to lean around and go, I mean, it's her fault. We didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, no flashing down in the bar.
That's entirely fair.
He didn't. I didn't know he wouldn't come down with no clothes on.
Technically,
He
street
doesn't know what clothes are, Gifton.
Yes, he does. Tell me, you know what clothes are, right?
they are things worn to keep you warm. Unnecessary impediments.
Weren't you cold?
See?
Not particularly.
It is kind of balmy in here.
out of character, we're gonna find out he actually has a ring of warmth.
Yeah. Okay, so lesson learned, but we know it works. Were you able to feel things? Were you able to touch things? And
Boob.
I mean, obviously, given what he was touching.
There was not much time to explore, but I did touch. Well,
I didn't touch things.
I turned right.
looks- Yeah, Kare's also right rested, looking flustered. I just,
it appears that you may be ill. Do you require medical assistance?
Yes, Pharrell, this is a
You
good thing.
appear
Nothing
red
like this.
and unhealthy.
Fever.
Sorry, just-
Corbin breeze in the
piece of advice.
background.
Get generic rings made.
I didn't want to go do that without, because the guy needed us to be like, this is our likeness when we did it, and it was like a thing, and it was the first time he did it for. I didn't know. I just thought it would be quick to check.
I mean, I'm just saying for like future.
Oh no, future. He's not. He gets his own.
Why?
I didn't mean for him in particular. I meant if your
No.
plan is for the other one,
Why would I? Why would I?
because you really like helping people.
I hate it when you bring things up that are true.
If you really like helping people and don't really have much concern for the long.
But I did tell you this is a very personal thing, and there's probably only one person that's ever get. Can I have my ring back?
Oh, can I have my wife's ring back, please?
No, I don't.
You've been revoked, Gifted. Your
Clearly,
privileges
she
have
can't
been
be trusted with this right now.
Dingus, you're enjoying that food over there?
Hey, Sam, high or low?
Low.
Whose food has he gotten to now?
Oh, he's in Kare's dish.
Okay, I was wondering if he moved.
Did you
Care.
just give it to Care?
She hasn't given it up. She was like, I don't know if it's her ring right now.
Yeah, I think she needs to learn that you got to be responsible with rings.
I
It
mean,
appears
you're
based
doing it right now. It's
on-
in my hand.
Attunement. It would be technically mine for the moment.
No.
RG just walks past, claps Karen. So don't worry, give it an hour. That'll change.
What? No. No. Wife.
Husband.
Make them stop.
Oh, but my big strong husband.
No, Archie scares me.
Archie, don't bully my husband.
To the GM,
Archie's
are
out
there
the
any
door.
eggs on the table?
What's on the table?
Are there any eggs still on the table?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start mage hand the eggs over to Dingus.
Dingus happy.
I'll make sure you give it to Dingus Head Dazzle both.
Archie, please don't become my wife.
I said Archie's already out the door.
Archie.
Words that are amazing to hear.
And she's going to quickly later. And then,
Bolt.
well, they can't see her. She's going straight up the side of the building and sitting on the roof
Did this unit do something wrong?
to make him think that she ran off down the street.
No, Telltale.
Archie just
This
stole my ring.
unit did something wrong, and he's gonna hold up Gifton.
Is she holding up her by like the scruff of the neck type moment right
No,
now?
sort of, back in the shirt a bit.
Hey.
It's okay. I forgive you because I love you. But also, we really want to get that back.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that are? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Archie
I'm really
has
glad
it.
Anything can happen with that now.
You are lucky that this has not fallen into the hands of thieves or any who would wish to frame you.
Oh God, I hadn't even thought about that.
Oh. Yeah, that's actually pretty scary thinking about it. Ooh.
Maybe we ask
Ooh, I don't
Klopp
like
to go
that.
get it.
Yeah, let's go ask Klopp.
That will
Wait, no.
surely not go wrong.
No, wait, if we ask Klopp to do Carrick,
Yes.
you're scary. Can you go get the ring back for Archie?
Aw, that's...
She just go. What? Where'd she go?
Oh, she
just-
left out the door.
She stole my ring.
I mean, she technically stole the ring from Telday, so technically
No,
it's Telday's
ownership
problem.
doesn't pass on to
No, but I
Telday.
didn't say it was Telday's
I was
ring, but
loaning
isn't
it
Telday's fault?
to him.
Is it Telday's fault that she has the ring now?
I was
Mm.
not told to resist at any point.
Oh, I said to give Kara the ring.
No, she said to give her the ring.
I said give me the ring. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't get the ring either.
Someone took a ring off of me
Oh, wait.
while I was standing
Dingus.
there.
Dingus. And Dingus looks up, covered in yolk on his face.
I gave him extra eggs.
Do you wanna
on the table.
go get something for Mummy? Dingus looks back at eggs.
Fly
The
right
likelihood that Dingus would in fact eat the object is high.
Also, we can't send
yeah.
Dingus out there. We don't even know where RG went. She's really fast.
now. Go find her.
Don't worry about it, Carrie. I mean, the worst that
Gonna
she's gonna
get
do
up
is
with
make me and
Pharrell.
RG, make me and Kara really, really sad later by showing up in God knows what outfit, probably grabbing Care. And
Would you
actually, this is
prefer-
starting to sound kind of hot, so I might be kind of for it.
I don't want. No, stop. I don't.
Would you prefer that this unit contact RG?
What?
Contact.
Yes,
Send a message.
remember?
You can try, I guess, if you want to. I mean, I don't know what to tell her though. We just want the ring back.
Maybe pretty please.
Yeah, pretty, please. Can you send that Telday?
This unit can send more than simply 2 words.
Pretty please. Can we have the ring back?
Yeah. Can you send that?
Affirmative.
Thank you.
Good guess. A spell shots.
I like to think that it works kind of like when you're possessed by a celestial. When a message happens, you just open your mouth and the word the other person said comes out of it too.
RG. Gifton and Care request politely that you return the ring. Pretty please has been used.
I was really hoping you'd make it such a run on thing to explain what you were about to say that you wouldn't be able to say it at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, out of curiosity, because we've used the sending stones, I have a general idea of the limits of sending, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. They get 25 words of armpit noises.
Those are not words.
You have to use words.
Gotta
Like
use
do sounds.
She's just making fart noises with her mouth.
Okay.
25 words exactly of just that.
Okay.
It seems that RG has had beans.
It appears that this spell does not work properly for those with lower intelligence.
Oh.
Oh well. Well, so much for my day plan.
Wait, I've got a great idea.
What?
We make a pact with Raziel.
You're not.
Do you want me to just go try to find her?
No, it's fine.
She'll come back. I think.
She'll come back.
Nodding
Oh,
behind them.
Oh, you do not tell Raziel she took my ring. That is
I'm
so
just,
bad.
I'm just
Not sending information to the general, correct?
just
Tell that you did not.
Affirmative.
Okay, good. Okay.
okay.
Phew. oh.
Okay.
That was the statement, have not.
Do you want to? Oh, you've already eaten. Well, should we just go out?
Yeah, we can. What do you want to do today?
I don't know.
I wanted to go ride Clop, but I guess we're not doing that today.
Has a solution been determined for Cassiopeia?
Well, maybe we can. Why don't we go out and you can brush him, and then we can just go out and go maybe to the countryside today. Just you and me.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
Dingus and Dazzle. We'll just go.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Carrot, can you wipe Dingus off a bit? You know, do the old.
You want the prestige? You want the magic version or the squirt bottle?
Yeah, give him a little bit of that old razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
Or your prestige.
Oh, hey, he wanted a nickname, right?
Oh, I don't want to get smited.
Oh, no, I'm sure James wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I trusted people and they took my ring.
This is
We're
true.
just gonna sigh and come down the roof. She's gonna walk in. It's like, you people are no fucking fun.
Why did no one chase me? Oh, Archie, pretty please. Pretty please.
Yeah, here. She's gonna hold out for gift. Like,
Yay!
Okay.
and if Carrot tries to reach for it, she does actually move her hand away.
He'll hand it to Gifton, but he just sort of like, you know, lifting Gifton glasses to his face and whisper, "You got a hold of it, dear?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay? You're not gonna drop
Yeah.
it?
No?
Okay.
So you're not gonna yank on it, right?
I'm
Word
thinking
choice.
about it, but no. Just don't drop it.
Okay.
Okay, here. You can do the shoulder thing.
Okay.
This is on the shoulder.
All right. I'll get attuned to this and then we can go on a ride.
Yeah, okay.
why
Don't we go take care of Klopp, you know, getting brushed up and such, and by the time we're done?
Yeah, we'll go do that. Bye. We're gonna go take Klopp out. Tell they you know how to get a hold of us. We're gonna have the radio with us, just in case.
Radio?
Yeah, the walkie-talkie thing. We gave you one, I thought, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Well, you should now. RG will get you one. RG, you're gonna have the base unit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna just go take a nice little ride outside town and just let Klopp stretch his legs.
Makes sense.
Get a
Good run.
nice day out. I don't think there's anything we want to do other than go shopping. So, all right.
I'm just gonna stick around here and try to get some of those gems set.
Okay.
Okay.
This unit will report to the general the information discovered.
Thank you.
Tell Day if he says he has anything for me, if you can bring it, it'd be helpful. General Zell, that is.
Affirmative.
Thank you.
Okay. Alright, so Gifton and Care head out to the stables and you can spend, you know, some good time getting Klopp all brushed up and fed and stuff before
Yeah.
Gifton you get attuned to your ring.
Yep, and we'll put Klopp's saddle on him and I'll ride behind Care.
Yep. Carrick, you're gonna work on your jewel stuff.
Yeah, gonna do some of those. The ones
Rings.
for the downtime, the time that we're in.
Okay. What about you, Argy Bargy?
Just generally hanging around. There's nothing better to do right now.
Okay. And
Just kind of hanging around and taking care of the pets. that
Corvus,
sort of
so
thing.
you're gonna start heading back.
Yeah.
Yep. What about you,
And
Cassie West?
Cassie was out shopping.
Cass is going to be coming back.
Okay. Alright, well, Gifton, you get the strange experience of horse riding at this scale.
Yep.
Klopp, make sure to go steady and slow first. Yeah, I'll let you both get adjusted to it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you leave out into the countryside, he starts to take off faster. And it's a lot like riding Dingus in the sense that there's wind rushing through your hair and such, but there's that steady rhythmic thumping beneath you, the cacophonous noise. It's quite exhilarating.
There's a lot of wahoos.
And as it really starts opening up on speed, start hearing more footfalls.
And that is actually where we're going to end the session because I am very sick.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. But I hope you all had fun. This is a bit of a wrap up session, so not too exciting. But everyone gets 3,300 XP.
Ooh.
Yes. And we will do the same thing next week. So,
huh.
well, actually, not the exact same thing. We're not going to repeat the events, but you know, we'll play again. All right. Thank you all for watching, and we'll do the same time next week.
Yay.
Huzzah.